vote to release the Epstein files. But now he is changing course, but only to a certain extent, because it's very important to note here, he could have released these files already. He could do it today. He could do it tomorrow before that vote, but there is no indication the president is going to do it.
In Charlotte, North Carolina, ICE has detained at least 130 people in the past 3 days since beginning their immigration crackdown operation. In Northern California,
and 3 years of supervised release. Alex Stone, ABC News.
the Supreme Court agreeing to review a Trump administration case to reinstate a policy of turning back asylum seekers at the border. An appeals court had declared the policy unlawful. I'm Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
From the 97.9 WGBW Newsroom, I'm Stuart J. Waddles with this local news update. A four-wheeler is reportedly to blame for a brush fire that lit up around 350 acres in Waushara County yesterday. Sheriff's officials say multiple departments battled the fire for hours before crews were able to get it under control. High winds made it difficult to contain. According to local authorities, sparks from an ATV started the fire near Red Granite. An Appleton police officer was hit in a parking lot by a suspected drunk driver over the weekend. Police say it happened at just before 2:45 Saturday morning. When they tried to make contact with a woman in a car, she took off towards another group in the parking lot, then drove towards officers. One officer was unable to get out of the way and she drove over his legs. The injured were taken to the hospital and released. The 21-year-old driver faces multiple felony charges, including first-degree recklessly endangering safety, battery to a law enforcement officer, and operating while intoxicated causing injury. A motorcyclist was killed in a crash over the weekend in Outagamie County, according to sheriff's deputies. They say a motorcycle collided with an SUV at around 1:45 Saturday morning in the town of Freedom. The cycle driver was pronounced dead at a local hospital. Authorities say the driver of the SUV was not injured. The Green Bay area's Hmong community celebrated two big milestones over the weekend. Festivities at UW Green Bay marked the Hmong New Year, which celebrates the end of the harvest season. This year also honors the 50th anniversary of Hmong settlers coming to America after the Vietnam War. News at the top and bottom of the hour all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM. I'm Stuart J. Waddles, 97.9 WGBW News.
Badgers basketball tonight. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. Men's college basketball at the Kohl Center. Number 24th ranked Wisconsin hosts the Cougars from Southern Illinois at Edwardsville. The Badgers 3-0 so far. NBA, the Bucks losing to the Lakers 119-95 after back-to-back games with the Hornets. But Giannis says that's no excuse for their sluggish performance.
It's part of the game and it's part of the NBA season. You got to get ready for that. You got to prep mentally, exercise in the off season so you're able to play back-to-back.
NFL, the Packers, with a 27-20 win over the New York Giants. The running back Josh Jacobs undergoing more tests after suffering an injury to his left knee. Backup Emmanuel Wilson with a nice 11-yard touchdown run in the first half. I asked him what he saw in that play.
What I seen was I was just reading the linebacker, and then it was an open gap to the right, but I just stepped to the right and then hit the hole straight down the middle and then just seen it part.
That's Packers running back Emmanuel Wilson with Sports on Mike Clemens.
Green Bay weather.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy for tonight, a low in the mid-20s. Some flurries around tomorrow morning, then partial sun for the afternoon. Cool with a high in the upper 30s. Staying cloudy and cool for Wednesday, a high in the low 40s. Currently it's 37.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Night Light with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood.
Whatever gets you through the night, it's all right.
And now, a guy who appreciates a nice hot meal at a fair price, Pete Schwaba.
Who doesn't? Hello, everybody. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our new and improved, new longer version. We are on at 5 o'clock right now. It's very exciting to be with you an hour early here on the show that has the goal every day to make you happy. You could call this the happy hour if you wanted to. We strive to take your mind off the day and get you to think about more fun things, the joys of life, like movies and TV, music, comedy, sports. What else, Conrad? What am I missing?
I mean, a nice hot
Chocolate?
meal sounds pretty good now.
Nice hot meals. We talk about food sometimes. We talk about all kinds of stuff here at Nightlight. It is great to have you with me. That is the voice of Conrad Krieger. He is the Nightlight producer. And we have been on every night from 6 to 8 for the last more or less 2 years, a couple time changes. And now we're on an hour earlier, hoping to keep you company if you're still in your car or if you just want some more entertainment talk. We are here to do just that. So it is great to have you here. And whether you're joining us over the radio, where we air more or less statewide, or the app, or on the stream, if you're watching the radio on YouTube, Facebook, or X, you can always leave us a comment. The phone lines are always open, 855-752-4842. I welcome opinions, all kinds of stuff. I love to know what you guys are thinking throughout the course of the show. So feel free to chime in at any time and let us know what's on your mind. How you doing today, Con?
I'm doing good. Yeah, it's a victory Monday, as they say.
Yeah, you're jumping into the Packers like 10 seconds into the show. I'm just happy. I'm happy my alarm went off and I'm here at 5 o'clock today because that could have been catastrophic.
Yeah,
because I have an hour drive.
Yeah.
And it takes me 2 hours to put my face on and do my hair and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just happy to be here. So you had a good weekend, though, it sounds like.
Yeah. I saw a lot of movies this weekend.
Did you?
I did.
So you got Victory Monday. You've got movies. We do have a lot to talk about. There's no question about that.
It was a great weekend.
It was a great weekend. It was a gorgeous weekend.
Yeah. I mean, I went outside. Guess what I was wearing?
Shorts.
You know it.
Year-round shorts guy. That's Conrad Krieger. That's a big thing here in Wisconsin. We could do that. We had, Saturday was so gorgeous. It was one of those days, probably hit 50, low 50s. I did not want to be inside. I just wanted to be outside. And I'm an inside guy. I love my colored television. I love my chairs, my couch, my computer, all that kind of stuff. But, man, when it is that gorgeous, you have to go out of doors. That's what I say.
Did you go for a walk?
Many.
I
had a phone call. A friend of mine, we have this project together we're doing. It's a movie thing, and he called me from the American Film Market in Los Angeles, which is where he spent the last 5 days. And we talked about a script for an hour and a half. But I had bad reception because I kind of live by the water, so I had to do like this back and forth walk outside, but I had to stay close to my house because my wife was on a long-distance call in the house with one of her sisters. So I'm like, I literally walked probably, I'm not kidding, for like an hour and a half on the phone in like 100-foot radius of my house. People thought I was probably insane.
Well, for me, I can never sit still when I'm on a phone call.
Really?
I don't know why. I'm just always walking around on a phone call.
Interesting. Even if it's the party line?
I'm always on the move.
But you do like to party, right?
Sometimes. Especially when you're not here.
Oh, I bet you do. All right. Really fun show tonight. We're packing an hour and a half of entertainment somehow into 3 hours. We're going to figure it out, folks. We'll do this. Very exciting to be on this early. If you're still in your car, drive safely. Do not get in a wreck, but hopefully we can keep you company here until we shift our focus a little more towards entertainment at 6 o'clock. But we have a really fun show tonight. Jimmy Kuska is here at 5:35. He is the Civic Media Sports Director. He is also, Jimmy, I don't even know how Jimmy does it. He's got, the guy covers sports.
Yeah.
He announces sports like a fiend. And every time he's on, he's watched more TV than I have. He's got all the shows he's watching himself or with his kids to talk about. So we're going to cover all of that with Jimmy at 5:35 tonight. And it will be good to connect. Jimmy hasn't been on probably a couple months now, right?
Yeah.
I was starting to take it personally.
Well, he's back on, and
All right, he's back
and
on.
he does have a show that he finished that we talked. Make the call on Friday last week.
Okay.
So he'll definitely talk your ear off.
So
on
you
that.
know what he's going to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Have I seen the show?
No, I don't think you have.
Okay.
But I did. I saw the first season of this show,
Okay.
and I enjoyed it.
Was it Three's Company?
I don't.
Is it MILF Manor?
Oh, I need a season 3 still.
All right. Well, it'll be fun. Well, Jimmy can come here and talk about shows I knew nothing about. That'll be a really fun one-sided conversation. No, I love Jimmy's recommendations. He is the one, really. My son turned me onto the show The Boys, which I ended up hating. I liked it at first. And then the way it
really?
ended, I really was just like, oh my gosh. But Jimmy got me into that too. And he's got a great eye for TV, love his opinions. So we'll welcome Jimmy here at 5:35, as we always do. And then this is exciting, folks. At 6:35, as we so often do here at Nightlight, we have live in-studio entertainment. The Doctors in Recital are going to be live in the studio talking about their upcoming event. They do this every year. It's for charity. It's all people from the medical world here in Northeast Wisconsin and parts beyond, I believe, that put on this great show every year. And it all goes to charity. And you would not believe the talent in this group of people. They're all in the medical field. In fact, the organizer, Kim Shefchik, is the one who comes in with the Piats, Chris and Paul Piat. Great couple, very musically talented. All of them are. Kim's got a beautiful voice. They're going to come into the studio. They're going to sing. They can pretty much sing any genre, and they're going to talk about this great event that happens every year here in Green Bay. They will be live in the studio, and I love when they are here because they sound fantastic. So you don't want to miss that. And then at 7:20, we have Lindsay Fry from the Festival Theater in St. Croix Falls over in the western part of the state. They have a great show coming up, and we've enjoyed our talks with anyone we've been in touch with from the Festival Theater. They do great things over there. I love that they are closer to Minneapolis than where we are, but they still seem to like us better. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's just a state thing, you know?
Yeah. And I don't want to make it all about the Vikings, but come on. It's terrible. It's going to be Lindsay will be here at 7:20. So that's a great show. Those are great guests. We're covering everything. And I think it's time, Conrad. What do you think? Should we?
I think it's time.
There might be people listening right now, though, who have no idea what we do every night. Do you realize that?
I think so, but I think it's time we get
Let's help them get their feet wet. It's the Nightlight question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
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 Pregunta.
Question.
Question.
Hey, I have a question. Questions? This question.
Domanda.
Question.
Question.
Questions.
Okay, America's Dairylanders. It's National Butter Day. Yes, of course, butter has its own day, as it should. It's delectable. So tonight's question is, what is your favorite dairy product? It's National Butter Day, and I want to know from you, my fellow Dairylanders, what is your favorite dairy product? And I'm going to go first because admittedly, I don't eat a ton of dairy. But this particular national holiday caught my attention because I love butter that is melted on a baked potato. I indulged just last Friday at a fish fry on my night off.
Nice.
So I love melted butter on a baked potato, on like warm banana bread or pumpkin bread. Forget about it. Get out of here. I love butter. And I'm also going to say I'm not a huge cheese eater, but smoked Gouda, baby. I will have smoked Gouda on anything. Crackers, bread, on another piece of smoked Gouda. I don't care. So those are my two. What say you, Con?
It may be a surprise. I don't know, but I'm a sucker for some chocolate milk.
Oh, chocolate milk is good.
It's just anytime I'm like
feeling
needing
down.
something, like maybe I just get some chocolate milk. I think that'll make me feel better.
Packers defense is underperforming. Give me a glass of chocolate milk.
And it's
It's a
you
cure-all.
go to the Quick Trip. Go to the Quick Trip and you grab one of their chocolate milks. It's pretty good.
Is it Quick Trip brand?
Yeah, it is.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they had that.
Yeah.
What about this? What about the dairy substitutes? Do you like the chocolate oat milk or?
I will say this. My brother put me onto this chocolate protein oat milk. Or no, it's almond milk, I believe. It almost tastes exactly the same.
It's all about the chocolate anyway. Right? I mean, the milk is just the vessel.
It has more protein in it.
Really?
And it has less sugar. Because if you look at chocolate milk, it has a decent amount in there.
It's a health food, basically.
Yeah.
Something you should make part of your everyday diet.
Yeah, so.
I like chocolate oat milk, too. I'm sorry, almond milk.
If you
I don't
put
know if
that.
I've tasted chocolate oat milk yet.
Oh, I don't think I have oat milk. I don't know if I have it. I think, though, that almond milk, if you put it in your coffee, it's a great creamer in it as well.
Yeah. I use oat milk in my coffee. I do that. I do have some allergies to dairy, but they would not stop me from melted butter on anything and smoked Gouda. I love it. So let us know what you guys think. 855-752-4842, 855-752 855-75-CIVIC. This is just something we do here every night at Nightlight. We ask a question, and we love when you, the listener, are part of the show and let us know what you're thinking, too. So please join the fun. Got some great guests. And, all right, get to your Packers, buddy. I know you got to get this off your chest because I barely said hello, Wisconsin, and you're like, so, Pete, the Packers. So what did you think?
Well, I was a little bit worried in the game. I'm not going to lie. I thought we could come out and play amazing against a third-string quarterback. But I will say it is Jameis Winston, so it's not any third-string quarterback.
He can play.
He can play.
Yeah.
And, our defense, a little questionable in the secondary this game. Also, just let the run game just – every time I thought we were going to stop him, here's another run for 4 or 5 yards. And I was like, oh, come on.
Well, now you guys, is Josh Jacobs injured?
He's injured, but I heard that it's not as serious as people thought.
Well,
so hopefully he's back, 1 or 2 weeks. That would be nice.
Yeah,
but
for
Emmanuel
sure.
Wilson is no bad running back by any means. So
Yeah.
definitely can put more of the load on him too.
So what do you make of the fact that they lost those last 2 games last week? You can't take the Philly, they're great. So
Yeah.
maybe that's a loss, but the one before that, they probably should have had.
Mm-hmm.
This one wasn't a gimme. It's on the road, whatever. Anything can happen. Rusty Wilson was riding the bench. We didn't have to look at him during the game, but
It would have been worse.
it would have been worse. But, are they all, sometimes all it takes is one win and you're kind of back on track.
Yeah, Jordan Love looked way better than
Did he?
the last 2 games. The throws he was making was great. Just the receivers needed to catch the ball for him. I'll say that. Romeo Doubs had, I think 3 drops, but also some great catches. Kristen Watson looked just really, really good for this game. But
nice.
I think moving forward we can expect some better offense.
See, here's what you're in for in this 5 o'clock hour. I have come clean months ago that I am a Bears fan. I spent the first part of my childhood in Chicago, and Conrad and I have had some spirited discussions about the Bears and the Packers. And I'm not a Packer hater. I love the rival. I don't even understand how you guys are Minnesota haters. I love all of the NFC North. I love those matchups. I was almost cheering for Detroit last night, even though their loss put the Bears in first place, because I liked it. It's like cheering for the Big Ten in a way.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I was cheering for the Lions too, I'm not going to lie. I just not a big fan of Philly, so.
I'm not a big fan of Philly, and Dan Campbell's an idiot.
He went 0 for
5 on 4th down. Do your team a favor, for God's sake. All right, when we come back, folks, I want to tell you about a great screening coming up in Madison December 4th. And, oh my God, a whole bunch of stuff. We are coming right back. This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm Terry Barr.
97.9 WGBW just raised the bar for morning news. Connie Fellman.
Yep, that Connie Fellman.
Has joined the station with local news and timeless hits to deliver reliable, trustworthy news to Northeast Wisconsin throughout the day.
From the 97.9 WGBW newsroom, I'm Connie Fellman with this local news update.
Start your day with Connie Fellman on news and Dan Marcus on all the rest of the stuff on the station with local news and timeless hits. 97.9 WGBW.
Wow! I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. I feel good. I knew that I wouldn't. So good. So good. I got you. Wow! I feel nice. A sugar and spice. I feel nice, a sugar is fine. So nice, I got you. When I hold you in my arms, I know that I can't do no wrong. And when I hold you in my arms, my love won't do you no harm. And I feel nice, that sugar is fine. I got you. When I hold you in my arms, I know that I can't do no wrong. And when I hold you in my arms, my love can't do me no harm. And I feel nice, my sugar is fine. I feel nice. Will you be a vision in white?
Welcome back. This is Nightlight. I am Pete Schwaba in our new time slot where we go on the air at 5 o'clock, an hour earlier. Still technically night, at least through the winter. It's certainly dark outside, but it is great to be with you, and it is great to have you here with us tonight. Conrad Krieger is working the board. He's the producer of Nightlight, and we are pleased to make your acquaintance in this early hour. Hope you're having a great day, folks, wherever you're joining us from across this great state. It is great to have you, and we will hope to bring a smile to your face, maybe have a few laughs. You're going to hear some great singers at 6:35 with the Doctors in Recital. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So great to have you here. I want to tell you all about a great screening that is taking place December 4th. I have a personal interest in this too. Those of you listening who might not know me that well, my background is film and TV, and I was a stand-up comedian before. A film I made called The Godfather of Green Bay will be showing at the brand new Atwood Music Hall on December 4th. The show is, or the night, I should say, is sponsored by John and Gordy of the WMDX Morning Show and Downdren's Distilling. It's going to be a great night. A lot of the proceeds will go to the Dane County Humane Society. The Godfather of Green Bay is a comedy starring me, Tony Goldwyn, Lauren Holly, Lance Barber, Tom Lennon, lots of great actors from Milwaukee, a few from Chicago, some from here in Northeast Wisconsin. We had a phenomenal cast. There's big laughs, and it's a great movie to watch with an audience. So I would love it if you could come out December 4th, say hello, introduce yourself. The doors open at 6. John and Gordy will introduce the film, and then there will be a Q&A following. It's going to be a really fun evening December 4th at the Atwood Music Hall. For more information, where do we send people for more information? Civicmedia.com, right?
Civic Media.
Or just send me a Morse code. I'll get back to you. Our question of the night is, it is National Butter Day. We are the dairy state. I would love to know, what is your favorite dairy product? Mine is melted butter. I'm very specific there, and I say smoked Gouda cheese. What did you say again, Con?
I said chocolate milk.
Chocolate milk, yes, of course. That's a great one. Isn't that Russell Wilson's favorite?
No, he likes Subway.
He likes Subway because he was a pitch man for Subway, and that did not go very well.
It's spicy.
Should we play that commercial? Can you find that? Let's play that at some point during the show. We'll play that horrible commercial.
Yeah, I can definitely. It's great. So I'll definitely.
It is great. I want to tell people. Let us know, by the way, folks, what your favorite dairy product is. It's 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. Join the fun. Be part of the show. You can also text us on the app or the stream if you are watching the radio on Facebook, YouTube, or X Twitter. I want to tell everybody about a movie I saw this weekend that I thought was just outstanding. And it was one of those things where you're just shuffling through. I think I was on Fandango. And it's called Relay. And it stars Riz Ahmed. I think I'm saying that right. He's an Oscar winner, I believe, from The Sound of Metal. Lily James and Sam Worthington, who plays a really good bad guy. And I didn't know this existed, Con, but apparently when there's a whistleblower at a corporation, sometimes they're not very happy with these people, these corporations, especially ones that are fudging evidence or doing things that are unscrupulous. So they kind of intimidate the whistleblower. Oftentimes, at least according to this film Relay, the whistleblower will get cold feet and want a middleman or middlewoman to negotiate them giving these sensitive files back to the corporation. The movie is a thriller, and it's really good. There's a lot of really tense scenes, and that's all I'll say. But it's definitely worth, it's $5.99. You can watch it in your living room. It's so great. It's called Relay, and I highly, highly recommend it. Let's, we got a phone call, Con?
Yeah, Cindy from Appleton.
Cindy from Appleton. I haven't heard from you since last week. Hi, Cindy from Appleton. How are you?
Hey, Pete. How are you? I'm good, thanks.
Good to hear from you. What's going on?
Well, I think probably one of the most favorite dairy products I would think would be ice cream, but believe it or not, mine is sour cream. I love sour cream. I put sour cream on everything.
Boy, that is one that kind of flies under the radar. And Carol Lynn, who's watching on the stream on Facebook, also said sour cream. So do you put it? What do you do? Do you put it on a baked potato?
Oh yeah, baked potato in my chili. A lot of my any tomato-based stuff gets sour cream. Anything creamy gets sour cream. Sometimes I even use it for salad dressing if I'm out of salad dressing. I just put it on a lot of stuff.
Let me ask you this, Cindy. Do you ever just grab a spoon and go to town on the tub of sour cream?
No, that would be a little weird.
That's aberrant behavior. Cindy, thank you so much, as always, for the call. Brett from Brown Deer says my favorite dairy product is... See what he did here? My favorite dairy product is Trump's in the Epstein files. Oops, I mean cheese. I could see how you could make that mistake. Thank you, Brett. Just cheese in general? You got a favorite kind of cheese, Con?
There was this one, I can't remember the name now because I got it in Door County. And we went to this cheese tasting place.
Yeah.
And it was this apple kind of based cheese. I think it was a little cheddar.
I like when they do that, when they flavor them a little bit. That's kind of cool.
It was the best cheese I've ever had.
Yeah. Oh,
and I just ate it by itself.
Just a hunk of cheese. Well done.
It was like a mouse.
Carol Lynn on the stream also says, Tony Goldwyn is an excellent actor. Carol, I will say this. If you're near Madison, please come out to the screening on the 4th. Tony Goldwyn is not only a great actor, he is a descendant of Samuel Goldwyn, who is the Goldwyn in MGM, Metro Goldwyn Mayer, and he is, I think it was his grandfather, and he told me on this when we were talking in between takes and I got to know him a little bit, he said the only thing that's important to him as an artist is his body of work, which made me feel good that he wanted to do the film and accepted our offer. But also, I just have so much respect for the guy. He is a tremendous actor, and he's great in the film, too. He wears a mullet. He spent 6 days in Marinette, Wisconsin, walking around the mall, and it was a blast. Okay, so Jimmy Kuska is coming up at 5:35, folks, right around the corner. We're going to talk a little sports with Jimmy and find out what he's been watching. He is always fun to talk to. One more text here before the break from the 608. Tyler says, love the derriere on a Malibu beach where the cows are happy. Do you get that, Con?
Maybe explain a little bit.
Tyler's a wordsmith there with his puns.
Yeah.
Please explain, Tyler. Great to have you, though, tonight. We are coming right back. It's Night Light with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
We talk so tough, and there's a perfect kiss somewhere out in the dark, but a kiss ain't enough.
News at the top and bottom of the hour all day and on demand anytime at WGBW.FM. I'm Stuart J. Waddles, 97.9 WGBW News.
Green Bay weather.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy for tonight, a low in the mid-20s. Some flurries around tomorrow morning, then partial sun for the afternoon. Cool with a high in the upper 30s. Staying cloudy and cool for Wednesday, a high in the low 40s. Currently, it's 37.
WGBW.
Stars shining bright above. Breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries far behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Local news and timeless hits. 97.9 WGBW, where the beat goes on.
The beat goes on. The beat goes on. Drums keep pounding a rhythm to the brain. La-da-da-da-dee. La-da-da-da-da. Charleston was once the rage, History has turned the page, The miniskirt's the current thing, Teeny Bopper is our newborn king, And the beat goes on. The beat goes on. Yeah. Oh, where can you go when your money gets low? In the basement, down in the basement. And if a storm is taking place, you can jam and still be safe in the basement.
All right. Conrad, this is our first 5 o'clock hour on Nightlight. This has never been done before. In the history of radio, has there been a show that was moved from 6 o'clock to an earlier start at 5 o'clock that had you and I working on the show?
That is true.
We are breaking ground here tonight. So it is great to have you with me tonight, folks. If you're headed home from work or whatever, sit back and have some fun with us. We're talking sports and movies and comedy and music. We've got live entertainment in the studio tonight. You didn't think we could get a trapeze artist in the studio, did you, Conrad?
No, but you proved me wrong.
I'm joking. Of course, it's the Doctors in Recital. We'll be here at 6:35. Lindsay Fry from the Festival Theater at 7:20 will be telling us about a great play they're doing over there in the western part of the state. And right now, this is exciting because we're going to talk a little sports and movies with our pal. He is the Civic Media Sports Director, and we love when he joins us here at Nightlight, Mr. Jimmy Kuska. Hey, buddy.
Hey, it's been a while since I've gotten to be on the show, so I'm pretty excited to be here.
You're like the busiest guy. First of all, let me just say you have an open invitation. You could say, Pete, I'm coming on. And I'll be like, Conrad, clear the schedule. No, but you're like seriously one of the busiest people, not just at Civic Media, but one of the busiest people I know.
Well, it's good to be. I think it's better to be busy than bored. So, but
sure.
yeah, I definitely find my way into a lot of things. The next couple of weeks, I'm doing 11 college sports broadcasts in the span of 2 weeks, and that includes basketball, it includes wrestling, it includes football, playoff football. So I am beyond stoked to have the opportunity to even have somebody that's interested in me calling games, but then to be able to go out and cover sports and call it a job. I mean, that's just awesome. So.
Listen, I feel the same way. And when I get to talk sports with you or Mike Clemens, it's just an added bonus. So we'll get into all of that. Absolutely. And you got young kids at home too. So, I guess.
Yeah, they were trying to take me down in a soccer video game here just a minute ago before I joined you. And unfortunately, they weren't able to get close for them, but they'll get there.
Was it FIFA?
Yeah, it was FIFA. But here's the thing. I can only be better than them at video games and all these other things for so long. My oldest son is 9.5, and he, over the weekend, for the first time, beat me in chess. So
Whoa.
I am rapidly losing ground to that whole notion that, like, dad is some big impenetrable fortress of, like, being awesome at things. My older kid is quickly knocking down those walls. So
he sounds like a prodigy.
He's really smart, way smarter than I ever was. But he had been practicing against his classmates, and he was getting bored of beating all the friends in school, and they were getting mad at him for winning. So he decided, I'm going to start playing dad, and he plays me all the time. And now he just routinely he challenges me. He makes me think. It makes me sweat. And then finally he broke through, and I'm like, finally the monkey's off his back. There's no pressure on me anymore. I can admit defeat. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think that. In the world of entertainment too, you think of just things like video games, board games, all these things. And we talk a lot about movies and sports and things like that. But you know what? If you find something that makes you happy and you want to do it and enjoy your time, pass the time, whatever it is you're trying to do, these are definitely some great alternatives to all those other things. So
absolutely, well said. And we all want our kids to be smarter than us. But when we realize they actually are and they know it, that's a problem.
Yeah, he catches me sometimes. I have a very poor memory of certain things. So if there's something coming up on the schedule and he knows when it's happening, I've probably forgotten when basketball practice is, but he knows to the minute when it is. And he's got the shoes on. He's already looking for my car keys for me, and off we go.
Great. I love that. Jim, it is, I don't know if you heard this. Our question of the night is, it is National Dairy Day. We are the dairy state. I'm sorry, it's National Butter Day. We're the dairy state. Do you have a favorite dairy product?
Yeah, my favorite dairy product is chocolate milk. I'm kind of known for it, and in my circles, I drink a lot of it. The butter thing is hilarious to me though, because my grandma, who is she just turned 92 in August, a few years ago for Christmas, she gave me the Bohemian Cookbook they had put together in Chippewa County, Wisconsin. A bunch of people got together. Decided to make a cookbook, and I'm not lying to you, and I'm glad I get to share this on National Butter Day. Literally every single recipe calls for just an incredible amount of butter. That's the secret to Bohemian cooking.
Well, you could do a lot worse. That's fantastic. Conrad's favorite dairy product is chocolate milk as well.
There we go. There's a reason why we do a sports show together.
Make the call thing. Hey, that's a great segue. Why don't we start there? Jim, how are things going on Make the Call? You got the K-Man here as part of your ensemble and Gray, and tell us about the show.
Yeah, so outside of the knuckleheads, it's going pretty well, I think. I'm kidding. Having all these people from Civic Media come together to do a show, and I really try to do it as where I handle kind of the timely elements that have to be produced like after we record. So I try to handle that, and I let them just take the round table, take all the questions, and run with it. So Conrad, Parker Olson, and Greg Gunderson, they all do the bulk of the show where there's like the actual discussion on sports topics. I am there to just kind of shepherd it along and then knock out the interview parts of it, just to give us, it's like having three sports shows in one, really. we're trying to cover a lot of different ground. Last week, we were covering everything from junior college soccer all the way up to the Packers. This week, we're going to talk a lot of Division III football with the Isthmus Bowl on Saturday in Sun Prairie, and then the 4 WIAC teams, as well as Concordia, making it into the NCAA tournament. So there's a lot of great things in Wisconsin to talk about sports-wise. Having a 1-hour show isn't nearly enough to capture all of it, but we do hit a lot of different things throughout the program, and obviously having Conrad as part of it is awesome. Having all the collaboration we have in the company as part of that show, along with Mike Clemens, who does a segment in the show as well. I really feel like it's a good melting pot of all the sports things we do here at Civic Media, whether it's covering local high school events or the Packers, the Badgers, Bucks, etc.
That's fantastic. And I love the title too, Make the Call. It's a great title for a sports show. And Conrad, I knew Jimmy was going to say good things about you. You weren't so sure, but it sounds like he's pulling his weight. That's fantastic. Well, very cool. So check out Make the Call, everybody. My guest is Jimmy Kuska. He is the Civic Media Sports Director and one of the busiest guys I've ever met. Jim, where you've got all this announcing you're doing, where should we go next? Because I know we want to talk some TV and film too, but do we want to jump into the Packers or your announcing duties? Well, your dime, your dance floor.
Well, I'm doing a lot of stuff for UW Platteville. Just look at their home schedule for events, and that's where you'll find me. Outside of Saturday's Isthmus Bowl, which is Wisconsin's first Division III college football bowl game, by the way. That's happening in Sun Prairie Saturday at 2. UW Stout taking on Wash U out of St. Louis. The Lakefront Bowl is in Wauwatosa, just down the road. That's a different matchup of conferences, but those two bowl games are the only two college football bowl games in Wisconsin. And it's great because we have a lot of small colleges in the state, whether it's junior colleges, 2-year colleges. You've got obviously your UW system, a lot of Division III schools, all the way, especially in the eastern part of the state and even to the northern part of the state as well. There's so many different ways for high school student athletes to compete in the state at the college level. There's a lot of opportunity for that. And what you've seen over, I would say, the last 15 to 20 years is you've seen a lot of the student athletes who used to just exclusively go into the WIAC or into the CCIW or the MIAC or wherever they're going in the Midwest. You're seeing these guys now in Division I rosters and gals, especially in women's basketball, women's soccer, things like that. And you're seeing just how important Wisconsin is in terms of providing college level athletes across all sports, not just a football thing or a basketball thing.
Right.
And Wisconsin has so many opportunities for it. We're really spoiled here in the state with how many ways there are for students to go from high school to have a college opportunity. We have every level represented here, with the exception of a lot of D2s. We have one D2 school, but a lot of the D2s are to our west or to our south. But other than that, we've got a million Division III opportunities, and then of course you've got your Division I's. In football, you've got just the one, but in basketball, you've got 4. So I really feel like in the state of Wisconsin, we've got a very good youth club level programs, high school programs, all the way through college, and then obviously professional sports. With the exception of not having the NHL, I think we're in pretty good shape here in Wisconsin.
Oh, absolutely. What, speaking of all these announcing gigs you're doing, Jim, and I'm not surprised with those pipes, but what is your favorite sport to call? Like, what gets you really charged where it's not even like work, or you have to do less prep because you're so into it? Is there one of those sports that you call?
First half of my career, it was basketball because that's what I played the longest and what I was the best at. So early in my career, I felt like I was stealing money calling basketball games because it was so easy to just sit and talk about basketball and basketball games are quick. So you go to a high school basketball game, the broadcast, the pregame and postgame show might be longer than the game because the game, you might show up and have your pregame show go up at 7. You might be tearing down your gear at 8:20. It's an hour and change, and all of a sudden you're back in your car on your way home. Whereas a high school football game, you might not be done till after 10 o'clock. So I always felt like basketball was the easiest, but living in northern Wisconsin, northwestern Wisconsin, my mentor in broadcasting was the Hall of Famer Mike Sullivan, who passed away earlier this year. And Mike's love was hockey. And he had a lot of hockey broadcasts on our broadcast schedule. And just after producing them for so long, because I didn't know anything about hockey, I was too afraid to call it. I produced a lot of them, and I'm hearing the excitement and how quick it is and how much things are flowing and moving and how he was trying to describe where the puck was going, everything. I'm like, okay, I got to check this out. So I went to a couple of games in person. We became a Minnesota Wild affiliate. Got to go and sit in the suite and watch some of those, listen to the broadcasters, started watching it a bit more. And I got really interested in it to the point that for a few years, I was even the home announcer for a junior level hockey team in the Madison area. And I did a lot of high school games. Probably for the last 10, 15 years now, well, midway through my career, kind of shifted from basketball being that easy sport to hockey, because hockey plays right into my personality, where I am loud, I talk fast, and I get excited over every little thing that happens at a sporting event. If it's a hit along the boards, you better believe I'm losing my mind, right? If it's a goal, I am going full soccer style into that thing and leaning into the goal. That's me all the way. So hockey's become that sport for me. And sadly, where I live, not a lot of hockey opportunities, but any chance I get to head to a rink and call a game, I'm 100% there.
Love it. What is it about? This is interesting. Like, when it comes to high school football, my daughter was in the marching band a couple of years ago before she graduated. So we went to a lot of high school football games. I wasn't going because my son had graduated. I was amazed at how many parents whose kids had been out of high school for 10, even 20 years, still go to high school football games. Why is that, Jim? Is it community? Is it a love of the sport at that level? What do you attribute to that?
Yeah, I think football, especially in Wisconsin and in the Midwest, this is a cultural thing. I think football is more important here where we live than it is in other places. This is a gathering place for a lot of communities, even where football isn't necessarily the most successful. And I'm speaking to that as a high school football coach of a program that hasn't won in 4 years. You get to bring.
I forgot you do that too.
Yeah. That's what you're watching on the stream over here, over this shoulder. There's a couple of coaching plaques up there because I've done that the last 4 years. But I think that it's a cultural thing. It brings people together, and it's a lot of people because football has a very high participation number. So there's a lot of families that are coming together for this event. Even in a small town like ours, where our high school enrollment is 185 students, well, 40 of them play football. All right, so just 40 in football. There's another 15 that are in the cheer squad. Then there's another 30 to 40 that are in the band. Then there's another 5 that are student managers. There's another 3 that are working game day ops, whether they're doing the scoreboard, they're holding the chains, the sticks. So you start adding it up, and all of a sudden you've got roughly half of the high school out there already with their families at a high school football game at a small school. So it takes an entire village, as like the saying goes, right? Well, in a small town, that's really the case. So if you go to a smaller town, you're going to see half the town show up regardless, and the other half of the town that isn't there is probably talking about it when things go well. So I really feel like that's been really the big thing in Wisconsin, is that football is just part of the DNA of living here, not just in Wisconsin, but anywhere here in the upper Midwest. It's part of our DNA, whether it's Packers, whatever it is. That's why.
All right, we are coming right back with more with Jimmy Kusko. We'll talk some Packers, some movies. It's Night Light with Pete Schwaba on an hour early here on the Civic Media Radio Network.
At least 10 times a day. I'm her kind of guy. She dances close to me like I hope she would. She dances for me like I hope she would. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. We only dance for a minute or two, and then she stuck close to me the whole night through. Can I be the one in love? For she's everything I've been dreaming of. She's everything I've been dreaming of. I moved her home and she held my hand. I knew it couldn't be just a one night stand. So I asked to see her next week, and she told me I could. I asked to see her and she told me I could. Something tells me I'm into something good. Something tells me I'm into something. Something tells me I'm into something. I walked her home and she
Hey, Jim, is it all right if we keep you past the news at 7:06 for a little bit? Or 6:06?
As I say, 7:06, I lose all the time with my kids, but I can stick around as long as you need me.
Okay, so thank you.
With the local news and timeless hits on 97.9 WGBW.
Very superstitious, writings on the wall. Very superstitious, letters about to fall. 13-month-old baby broke the looking glass.
Welcome back. I am Pete Schwaba. This is Nightlight. It is great to have you folks wherever you're joining us from around our beautiful state tonight. Welcome to Nightlight. We are having some fun here tonight, talking movies, sports, TV, comedy. We've got live entertainment coming up at 6:35 with the Doctors in Recital. They'll be here in the studio talking about some theater in the third and final hour. And right now, we are in the throes of a really fun conversation, as we always are when Jimmy Kuska is here. He is the Civic Media Sports Director and one of the hosts of Make the Call, a new sports show here on Civic Media that you can catch with Conrad Krieger on the other side of the glass there.
Yeah.
And Gray Gunderson and Parker Olson, as well as Jimmy and appearances from Mike Clemens. So check that out as well. Jim, before we move on totally from high school football, are there teams to watch this year? We're in the playoffs now. Who are the favorites, or who should we be watching for?
Well, this week is the state high school football championships, so you've really only got 14 options at this point to choose from because we're down to the finals now. But just quickly, I'm going to go with smallest divisions, the largest divisions. Division 7 is Cochrane, Fountain City, Kenosha, St. Joseph. D6, one of my favorite matchups, Darlington and Edgar. Division 5 is Mayville and Northwestern. Division 4 is Little Chute and Winnicott. So of all those teams I listed, all of them are 13-0. Every single team is undefeated except for Little Chute, which is 12-1. But every other team is undefeated. So you have 3 unbeaten matchups in the small school games. And that's Thursday at Camp Randall throughout the day. And then Friday, there's 3 more. Grafton and Reedsburg, Notre Dame and West Appear. That's another undefeated showdown. And that's, I think, for the people at WGBW, that's the one they'd be most interested in.
Yeah.
And Arrowhead, Bayport in the D1 final, which 2 classic programs. And again, Bayport, another Green Bay area school. So Green Bay's well represented. The Fox Valley really well represented this year at state. But you look at just all these great teams and players that are there. The state finals in Madison over 2 days is some of the best high school sporting event you'll get to watch. And obviously it's televised too, so it's easy to find during the day. But those are really fun events to be at, be part of. And as a player who got to go to state one time, it is really special. And it's so cool that we get to have it at Camp Randall at such a great venue. Maybe the only better place would be like Lambeau Field, but, but Camp Randall's pretty great too. So.
I remember playing against Promontory when Notre Dame was still Promontory back in the late 80s. And I think I got run over once and decided football was not for me. But, yeah, they've come a long way. And you're right. Northeast Wisconsin football is a pretty big deal here. That's great. What about the Packers, Jim? Conrad and I were talking about this. What do you attribute their – I mean, they did win yesterday, but it wasn't pretty, and they had to kind of gut it out. What do you see for them moving forward?
Well, a harder schedule for one. I mean, they have to play 5 divisional games the rest of the way. They still have to play, the Vikings twice, the Bears twice, the Lions on Thanksgiving. They get the Broncos, they get the Ravens. I think that is where it really steps up. You play basically every game in the division now. So the good news is that everything's kind of in front of you, right? You have control over your own destiny for the playoffs for the most part, because you're going to play your divisional opponents. And right now there's 3 teams kind of jammed together at the top of the division. The Bears are leading it, believe it or not, at 7-3, but the Packers are right there. So you've got a lot of opportunity the rest of the way to move up the standings. But on the other hand, any loss is going to be immediately magnified because it's going to move you down. The Philadelphia game really proved that out, because had the Packers won that game, they would have been the 2 seed in the NFC following that game. And because they lost, they fell all the way to the 7th seed. So that's how close things are right now in the National Football League. I think the Packers' struggles are there's a lot of injuries, obviously, but it's also the middle of the year. And, this is what happens over the course of a 17-week NFL season. It is not a sprint. The Packers came out of the gates hot, but it is not a sprint. It is a marathon. And to be honest, the regular season is almost a war of attrition, where you just hope you're among the top 7 at the end so you can make your move in the playoffs. You probably don't want to be the 7 seed. You want to get to host at least one, but there's a lot that happens in the NFL. It's truly a week-to-week situation based on matchups and player availability. It's hard to put these things on paper weeks out because you never know what's going to happen. Jordan Love and Josh Jacobs get hurt in the last game. I mean, nobody's predicting that, and that greatly changes how a football team can operate. So that's what I attribute it to, a combination of it's a very long season in football, and also the injuries are starting to pile up.
Well said. And it doesn't help when your bye is like week 5 or whatever it was. Like that just doesn't really do you any favor. I don't even know why they have them. Yeah.
Well, they do the early buys because now, starting with this week, is the start of flex scheduling. So they want to make sure the best matchups are on TV. So they have to get the bye weeks out of the way early so that they can have more matchups to flex around later. And for the Packers, the only one that's really a strong contender to be flexed is going to be the first Packers-Bears game, and that's because the Packers' final 3 games are already TBDs. We don't know where they're going to be. We know that the third to last game is a Saturday at either 3:30 or 7, but the only game that can really be flexed at this point is going to be that Bears game, which is currently set for noon. That one is pretty easy case to move it later, given that the 2 teams are at the top of the division.
Jimmy Kuska is my guest. He is the Civic Media Sports Director and one of the hosts of Make the Call. We're talking sports, and Jim is going to stick with us through the news, and we're going to talk to him about a TV show he wants to talk about. Very excited about that, too. I love Jim's picks when it comes to TV and movies. We've got about a minute till the break, Jim, till the news. Luke Fickell, what's your take? They had a pretty good showing. They beat Washington. They hung with Indiana for the first half at least. What are you thinking in terms of his future, if anything will happen?
The short take on this is that the Badgers are not willing to pay the buyout, and they're going to run it back next year and see if they can grow the program with him in charge. Changing course at this point, too. It's not done in a vacuum. A lot of big programs are looking for head coaches. So who are you bringing in to replace him? There's a lot of people looking for coaches right now in college football. So there's no guarantee you're going to get the guy you want, and it's going to be very competitive to get the guy you do want.
Great answer. All right, that's Jimmy Kuska. He will be here after the news. Our question of the night, folks, is it is National Butter Day. What is your favorite dairy product? Monica in Mount Horeb says, she's in the 608. She says, I agree with your Gouda statement. I like smoked Gouda. But butter on a nice piece of sourdough is another favorite. I was at the casino and thought their broccoli was so amazing, so I went back for more. It was only then that I realized it was swimming in butter. Proof that butter makes everything better. Even broccoli, I guess. All right. Conrad is giving me the signal. He probably does that on Make the Call, too, Jim. We are coming back. Lots of fun still to come on Nite Lite here. Glad you're with me, folks. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite. Jimmy Kuska is with us, coming back on the Civic Media Radio Network.
WGBW, Denmark, Green Bay.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. A vote in the House scheduled for tomorrow that would compel the Justice Department to release the full Jeffrey Epstein files. ABC's Catherine Falder says President Trump is now telling Republicans to vote in favor of the release after opposing it.
Specifically, what I'm hearing from sources is that they might just say information in the files that hasn't been released is covered by privilege, all sorts of various privilege disputes that the administration may try and get around. So it's not as though we will see these documents documents tomorrow or next month. While it is a reversal, it's a very specific reversal. It's just a reversal on what Trump is saying about how the House will vote, because Trump already knows the ship has sailed on this vote.
Flight reductions put into place during the shutdown at 40 major airports have now returned to normal today. It comes as a record number of Americans are expected to travel over Thanksgiving. 6 million will fly. The Powerball jackpot tonight up to $570 million. This is ABC News. In Northern California, prosecutors have filed formal charges against suspect Cedric Irving in connection with the fatal shooting of legendary football coach John Beam at Laney College.
Murder with a firearm enhancement is a charge against Cedric Irving. The 27-year-old is accused of targeting Laney College athletic director and coach John Beam last week, shooting him in the head on campus. Police have not released a motive, but say the two knew each other, but Irving did not play for Beam. Irving faces 50 years to life in prison if he's convicted. Beam was well known in the San Francisco Bay Area and was the focus of a Netflix documentary series for the number of young men he coached who went on to the NFL. Alex Stone, ABC News.
France and Ukraine have signed a weapons partnership. It's all aimed at giving Ukrainian forces state-of-the-art fighter jets. According to the agreement, Ukraine would get up to 100 French jets over the next decade. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
I was stuck in a state of panic and endless rituals, so I made the call.
Mental health care works when you make the call. Visit mentalhealthcareworks.org. A message from the American Psychiatric Association Foundation.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation, gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy for tonight, a low in the mid-20s. Some flurries around tomorrow morning, then partial sun for the afternoon, cool with a high in the upper 30s. Staying cloudy and cool for Wednesday, a high in the low 40s. Right now it's 33.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Find a mentor today at score.org.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders.
innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and 1 million teachers of color.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off.
You've got this.
Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usa.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Night Light with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who once tore his ACL playing chess, Pete Schwaba.
Perfect. Welcome back to Nightlight, folks. This is so funny. This is how I know we're on the same page, Conrad, is because I meant to tell you to play that one because Jimmy's son is a chess prodigy. And yeah. It's also good that he knows you can tear a major something or other from a game that seems very non-physical.
How mad were you when you said checkmate?
I don't really hear checkmate that often, Conrad. But I do sweat it out. It's tough for me. Playing chess for me is a cardiovascular exercise. Jimmy Kuska is my current guest. We will be back to Jim in just a moment. Coming up at 6:35. That's about 30 minutes away, folks. The Doctors in Recital will be here in the studio, singing to their heart's content, bringing song to your evening. This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba, and that's what we do here. We're going to do this. We do this every night. We talk movies, TV, comedy. There will be live entertainment at 6:35 with the Doctors in Recital, and then at 7:20, Lindsay Fry from the Festival Theater in St. Croix Falls will be here to talk about a really cool holiday play they have coming up. It's a beautiful Christmas story. You're probably familiar with it, but she's going to tell us about it anyway, and it's a different take on it. So we'll tell you all about that in hour number 3 as well. That's right. I said hour number 3. Nightlight is on for the foreseeable future anyway. We're starting at 5 now and going to 8 as opposed to our typical start time of 6 p.m. Conrad, you got to pace yourself. Don't overdo this. This is 3 hours, buddy, so I need you to hang in there.
I got it.
Get some coffee, maybe an energy drink, whatever. Our question of the night, folks, in honor of National Butter Day, is what is your favorite dairy product? We are America's dairy land. I think it's important we all have a product. I don't even eat that much dairy, but the dairy I eat, I truly love. Melted butter and smoked Gouda. Those are my 2 dairy products. Conrad says chocolate milk. My current guest, Jimmy Kuska, said chocolate milk. So we're going to jump back in here now with Jim and talk some movies and TV. And we will do that throughout the course of the show. But answer the question, folks. Be part of the fun. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can also text us on the Civic Media app, which is very easy to use. If you don't have it, I highly recommend it. And, of course, if you're watching the radio on the stream at Facebook, YouTube, or X, you can drop us a stream comment. It's always great. Just be part of the show. We absolutely love it. Mr. Kuska, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
With us? Okay.
You were talking about chess being a cardiovascular sport. Yesterday on 60 Minutes, CBS News had a report on chess boxing. And I tell you what, if regular chess doesn't get your heart pumping, how about having a fist fight in the middle of it? So.
Listen, if I was better at chess, it probably wouldn't be a cardiovascular, but my heart gets pumping. How does that work? Boxing with chess?
Painfully, I would imagine. I am not signing myself up for CTE, but this is apparently a thing. Yikes. When you're mentioning it being cardiovascular, I'm like, you know what? I just saw a story on this.
Gee, that's hilarious. That's just not fair either, because a lot of chess players are nerds and they shouldn't have to box. This is their respite, I think, right? Come on. That's terrible. Jim, it's great to have you with me. For those of you who listen to Civic Media regularly, you know Jimmy is our sports director and one of the hosts of the new show, the new sports show, Make the Call. So check that out as well. When can they see or when can they hear Make the Call, you guys?
That's at 7 a.m. every Saturday here on Civic Media News Talk stations around the network.
Fantastic. It's a great show. We've had Gray and Parker on before, too, to discuss it. They're going to be back on Friday. We'll have a little more sports talk with those guys, and absolutely check it out, folks. Jimmy, you stuck around. Thank you for your time as always. I know how busy you are, but you're watching a show And I want to talk some movies and TV with you because I always enjoy that part of your visits. So what are you watching, and what is this TV show Conrad has built up like crazy that you're watching and that you love?
I'm not sure which one he's talking about that he's
Oh.
building up, but there are several that I've been watching. I was watching. I got The Witcher just had its new season come out at the end of October. Got through that. The Witcher was a show that had a very famous casting change in the lead, Henry Cavill going out, and then bringing in Liam Hemsworth. So they made a big casting change. The direction of the show in the fourth season has a lot of people very upset. I found it just it's kind of in that same category where I feel like we're tapping out not only on superhero movies, but like fantasy settings. I feel like we've finally reached a creative threshold of we've done this a lot and it might be time to try some other IPs. But the show is I mean, I enjoy these shows are based on books and video games, so I always enjoy that. And then the other one is based on an anime, or a manga, I should say, and that is One Piece, which is on Netflix as well. There's a new season coming out in the spring, and I had never actually checked it out because, as a lot of people that follow, if they're in anime, they know that shows like One Piece go on forever. I mean, there are hundreds, if not, I think there are over 1,000 episodes now. So thinking of this as a live action show, little bit strange, right? Well, it's actually done extremely well in just the one season of it, which covers maybe 5% of the full story. But there's a lot of material for them to draw from, at least, and I actually enjoyed it. So a couple of Netflix shows is where I ended up here in my latest binge watching adventures.
I don't even know that show. Are you watching that, Con?
I watched the first season. I'm not usually an anime watcher, but that live action I felt was really well done as well.
Oh, that's cool.
And my brother's actually watching the full anime series.
Wow. Okay.
so
he'll get back to you in about 6 years when that's done.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Right.
I think he's in like the 300s right now. So.
And if he's watching 5 episodes a night, about 6 years from now, he'll tell you how it ends, right?
There is nothing that makes me happier than having multiple seasons of a show I've just discovered that I have to watch, and I love knowing I can pace myself and it'll be there. It just sucks when you finish a show you truly love. So The Witcher, I have not seen that. I'm gonna have to check that out. That's a great recommendation.
Yeah, it's a good start. It's a strong starting show. It's again a fantasy world type show. It's a very good video game, really good video games made based on books that were written for this world. And I think that a lot of the creative differences that led to the casting changes were because the show wasn't staying true to what was written in books. But as we saw with Game of Thrones, as we've seen with a lot of fantasy type shows that have a book basis, what works in print doesn't always work on the screen. So, they got to spice up the drama and the romance. They got to make the explosions more explosion-y. They got to make the dragons more dragony. You know what I mean? They got to really go all out to hook people in. So,
my guest is Jimmy Keska. He is the Civic Media Sports Director and one of the hosts of Make the Call, which you can hear on the network or on the podcast, I assume
Yep.
too, right? But network wide at 7 a.m. on Saturday. Great show. Check it out. Jimmy, what in terms of kids movies and movies, what are you watching these days?
So we're kind of in this weird spot of the year where there haven't been a lot of kids movies that have come out. We had the summer of K-pop Demon Hunters, right? Where when that movie came out, it was everywhere, and to the point that they started pushing it in theaters. The last push they did was over Halloween, and it didn't do as well. But it was like the 5th time they had pushed it, trying to capitalize on the viral success. Right? A very well done show. It's a show that is very kid appropriate. It's got a lot of catchy songs. Pretty much every song on the soundtrack is awesome to listen to. But I feel like many things that are kind of unexpected successes, that whatever they do next with it, it's going to feel a little more cash grabby than the soul of this one. So I'm very skeptical when you have these shows that come out of nowhere, or have these creative properties that come out of nowhere and do well. On the other hand, what we are shaping up for is a pretty good start to next year with kids movies, because the next Mario Brothers movie is coming out. The first one made something like $1 gajillion, and they can just print money with those, right? I mean, that's just
crazy.
But you've got some good ones coming up next year. I think 2026 will have a lot of strong movies for that. But yeah, the kids movie front right now, it's a little cool. We're at the end of the year. I think a lot of people are just going to settle into Christmas classes at this point, and that's kind of where we're at movie wise.
What do you have a favorite holiday film, Jim?
Die Hard, obviously. Big
Yes.
fan of Die Hard. That's a great Christmas movie.
Right.
With the kids are, for whatever reason, really into the old animated Frosty the Snowman. That's like their favorite thing. It's like 18 minutes long, but it's their favorite thing. So I'm all for it.
That is fantastic. Thank you, sir, as always, for your time. I know how busy you are, so I appreciate it even more when you're able to spend some time with us here at night. It's so much fun, and let's do it again soon. Again, open door policy. Conrad, if you see Jimmy walking through that door, don't chase him off like you do a lot of our guests. He's welcome here anytime.
I'll be the next one on the post you guys put up online, waving outside the window. That'll be me. That's how I get into the show next time.
All right, fantastic. Done and done. Thanks, Jim. Appreciate it.
Take care, guys.
Check out Make the Call and all of Jimmy's work here at Civic Media. Or if you live in any one of several Wisconsin cities, you could probably hear him on the radio calling sports too. Is that something you want to do, Con?
Definitely, yeah.
You want to be like an announcer? Did Clemens ever do that?
Not sure.
Yeah. He's so good at the reporting. But he's got a great voice too. Like he could totally
very good
announce. Yeah. All right, very cool. Well, that was fun. I always like talking to Jimmy. Our question of the night, folks, in honor of National Butter Day. It's a good one. We are America's Dairyland. What is your favorite dairy product? Eric from Madison in the 608 says, hey, Pete, I would have to agree with you on melted butter. I enjoy a nice baked cod dinner with it or pretty much any seafood. Yeah, there's lemon and butter on fish, like cod especially, is outstanding. That's a great I'm actually fasting today, so I can't eat tonight.
Why do you always do food questions when you're fasting?
Just a masochist. I don't know what my problem is. And then Linda in Middleton, blue cheese or lavender cheese from Amsterdam. Wow, great one, Linda. I have to say, too, blue cheese on a salad, outstanding. I could not eat a block of blue cheese like Conrad does, but a little bit crumbles on a salad with like a nice French dressing and some bacon bits, get down on it. Absolutely. Great one, Linda. And then Linda sent other texts that looked like it was just like a typo or something. I don't know. But thank you for the text. Carolyn on the stream, she's watching the radio. She's with us tonight, says yes. Oh, in reference to Tony Goldwyn, which we were talking about in hour one. Let's get another plug-in for the movie. On December 4th, folks, a film I wrote and directed and I play the lead actor in, The Godfather of Green Bay, will be screening at the Atwood Music Hall in Madison December 4th. It is sponsored by the John and Gordy Morning Show at WMDX here on Civic Media, and Downdren's Distilling is also sponsoring the event. So December 4th, doors open at 6. The show starts at 7. It's about an hour and 25-minute movie. This is the 20-year anniversary of this screening, and we had a kind of a cult following, got some really good reviews, and it's kind of an audience movie. It's fun to watch in a theater. Tony Goldwyn is in it, Lauren Holly, Thomas Lennon, Lance Barber, me. I'm the weak link, obviously, but Mark Borchardt from Milwaukee, Eric Price, Rob Martin, both from Milwaukee. We had some great Northeast Wisconsin actors in the film as well that we cast locally. There it is, if you're watching on the stream. And it was such a fun time shooting in Marinette 20 years ago. And so come on out. If you're in the Madison area, December 4th, it's going to be a lot of fun. And like I said, for a good cause, $1 from every ticket. Tickets are only $10. And $1 from every ticket will go to the Dane County Humane Society. John and Gordy are going to introduce the film and do a Q&A with me afterwards. It should be a lot of fun. We talked about that in hour number 1, and Carolyn on the stream says, yes, and watch Tony Goldwyn and the Boys Next Door. It's an older movie with Nathan Lane. Excellent. Oh, my gosh. The doctors in recital are here, Conrad. They're here early to warm up. I should have taken their picture at the window. They were tailor-made for Nightlight Window Fun. All right, we're doing it all tonight, folks. 3-hour version of Nightlight. It will be that way for the foreseeable future. It is great to have you here talking movies, comedy, music. We've got live entertainment coming up in just about 10 minutes, and I'll read your texts next. And I got to play that great clip, No Country for Old Men. We'll do that, too. That's coming up next on Nightlight with Pete Schwaba on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Can you start breaking down? 'Cause you're under strain.
Mark to De Pere. This is 97.9 WGBW.
A stiff chair makes you sit. An X chair lets you float. Upgrade to an X chair, engineered for better posture and focus. The secret? Patented lumbar support that adjusts instantly. SiFloat Infinite Recline that moves effortlessly with you. X chair is next level ergonomic seating that truly floats. Right now, you can save up to 50% with the X Chair holiday sale. Supplies are limited, so visit xchair.com today for up to 50% off. That's xchair.com.
With locations in Appleton and Oshkosh, Insight Eye Care has been serving the Fox Valley since 1972, offering comprehensive eye care services. Their doctors also share a special interest in treating chronic dry eye disease, providing specialty contact lenses, and expert pediatric eye care. Find Insight Eye Care on North Sawyer Street in Oshkosh and Chain Drive in Appleton, improving lives by improving sight with quality eye care for everyone in your family. Insight Eye Care. Visit wiinsight.com to schedule your eye exam today.
Howe Elementary Community School is looking for volunteers. It's Amanda with another new Wisco 411, letting you know that a volunteer opportunity is available at Howe Elementary because they need family and friends of the school community to serve as guest readers or storytellers for classrooms ranging from kindergarten to 4th grade on November 12th. You can connect with classrooms to share a diverse story that offers a different perspective. Learn more by heading to WGBW.FM and clicking events.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
This is Nightlight. I am Pete Schwaba. It's Monday, folks. It is finally Monday. This is the night I wait for after a laborious weekend where I can't talk about the things I love because no one will listen to me. But I love to talk movies. Listen, Conrad, we got to get to this because you saw The Running Man. I did not make it to the theater to see The Running Man. That was high on my list. It did not finish number one. I thought it would open and crush. But maybe Glenn Powell isn't the theatrical draw we thought he was going to be.
Honestly, I thought it was great.
Yeah, tell us about it.
It was so fun. I was locked into the whole movie.
Nice.
Around like it's like a 2.5 hours, I believe.
Whoa.
Somewhere around there.
Okay.
And I think it has great timing, honestly. I don't think it should be shorter or longer or anything.
You weren't like waiting for it to end or anything.
No, I thought it was
like Glenn Powell good?
He was great in it.
Yeah.
And now I really want to see the Arnold version to see what the differences are in the movies. But it was fascinating, I thought. And it's a fun time at the theater.
Yeah. And it was kind of ahead of its time when the 87 version came out.
Thinking about that, the whole movie, I was like, wow, this is in the 80s?
It's kind of the same way with like my classic movie pick of the week last week for New Wisco Weekend was the original Terminator, because we were talking about AI on the show. And I thought this was an AI movie before AI was like part of our everyday vernacular. You know, it was like AI took over the world. And James Cameron kind of predicted that in 1984. He wasn't the first guy to do it, but in terms of cinema, it was way ahead of its time too. So I have to see this reboot. I'd love to know what you think about the Arnold version compared to this one.
Have you seen that one?
The Arnold Schwarzenegger one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch it and just see how similar they are and how different.
Right.
But I thought it was just a fun time at theater. And, I had to go to the bathroom around the hour mark, and I didn't until the movie ended. That's how drawn I was to it. I didn't leave.
There was a pretty long line behind that urinal when you were Conrad finally relieved himself. Okay. All right. Now let's pivot to another movie you saw that you thought was not very good.
Yeah.
And you love Kevin James.
I love Kevin James.
I like Kevin James. I don't know if I ever told you this. I've done punch up on some of his movies. Like we sit at a table and Kevin is there, and it's fun, and you just add jokes to his scripts. I think I only got like 2 jokes in the 4 or 5 times I did it, but I really like Kevin James. I think he's a very good person.
You know, I think his TV show is one of my favorites, The King of Queens.
Very popular.
It's just, you go to any episode, it's just, there's always something you could find that's funny in it.
Yeah. I liked, listen, I took a lot of flack for this from my jaded comedian friends back when it came out, but I loved Paul Blart.
It's great.
My son Joe, that was like the first live action film we could go to together. And I just thought it was a blast. I thought he was really good in it too.
So the movie that you're talking about is called Playdate.
Playdate, right.
And it's with Alan Richardson. And
who I like.
Kevin James. And it's kind of like a buddy action comedy.
Okay.
And just like half of it, just like the start of it, you're just like, what am I watching right now?
Because it's bad?
Like, yeah, there's some cringy moments in the starting. You're like, what? There's some parts in it like, okay, I'm not one for watching film and being like, that shouldn't be there or something. You know?
Right.
There's this one time where he meets the mafia moms. Okay.
That sounds like trouble.
And it's a bunch of single moms that go to the park with their kids and drink wine while their kids are playing.
Okay.
And they have snacks with them. And she hands Kevin a pack of grapes. Okay. It's one shot.
Yeah.
It zooms into Kevin's face, zooms out. It's not grapes anymore. It's carrots. So I'm like, what?
I love that stuff.
I kept looking at it like 4 times. Like, that's definitely not supposed to be
I
like
love
that.
I absolutely love that.
But anyways, there's some moments where I just cringed in it. There's some funny parts, but there's a reason this movie was not in theaters.
Here's one of the reasons. It got a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I mean, yeah.
Even the audience score isn't quite fresh. It's 59%. So
I can see that I feel like that's kind of high for it, to be honest.
The 17 or the 59?
The 59.
Okay.
I feel like I'm a huge Kevin James fan, and I like Alan Richardson too.
Yeah, I like Alan Richardson too. I love the Reacher.
I didn't think it was great. So
we have a clip that I really want to play. This is a great. How long is the No Country?
We can play it.
Okay. This is facts about the movie No Country for Old Men, a Coen Brothers films, one of my all-time favorite movies, and Woody Harrelson's connection to the movie. He is in the movie as well. Let's play that, Con.
This is the weirdest bit of movie trivia I've ever heard. Okay, so you know the movie No Country for Old Men. Even if you haven't seen it, you probably know it as the film where this guy in a weird haircut goes around and kills a bunch of people. Okay, well, the movie and the book that it's based on take place in 1980 in a tiny little town along the border in Texas. And the story is that you have this sleepy little town that is suddenly shocked by the outbreak of cartel violence. And this guy is a hitman who works for one of these drug lords. So in the book No Country for Old Men, this sheriff character, the guy who's played by Tommy Lee Jones in the film, when explaining how bad things had gotten around there, says, well, recently in San Antonio, a federal judge was killed. Well, he's referencing a real thing that happened. There was a judge named John H. Wood who was assassinated by a cartel hitman back in 1979. This triggered one of the largest investigations in history, and they eventually snagged the killer, a guy named Charles V. Harrelson. This drug kingpin had paid him $250,000 to take out the judge. In this hitman, Charles V. Harrelson would claim that he participated in a bunch of killings. At one point, he would claim that he was part of the Kennedy assassination, but that turned out to not be true. But that guy, Charles Harrelson, is the father of actor Woody Harrelson, who is in the movie No Country for Old Men, playing a character who, spoiler, gets taken out by a cartel hitman. The assassination of that judge is not mentioned in the film, and as far as I know, this is all just coincidence.
It's so crazy because Woody Harrelson's dad, a feared hitman, and I remember hearing those rumors that he was tied to the Kennedy assassination, but a bad guy. Killed a judge like this guy is saying. Woody Harrelson is in No Country for Old Men. He's great. And he's one of the most likable guys in Hollywood. I don't know how close he was with his dad, but that fascinates me, that his dad could be that way, and then Woody Harrelson is like this lovable actor everybody wants in their movie. Great stuff. Love that kind of stuff. All right, we are coming back with the Doctors in Recital, folks. They are going to sing to their heart's content right here in the studio. That's coming up next. After the news, it's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite.
From Ashwaubenon to Alloway, this is 97.9 WGBW.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. A vote in the House scheduled for tomorrow that would compel the Justice Department to release the full Jeffrey Epstein files. ABC's Catherine Falders says President Trump is now telling Republicans to vote in favor of the release after opposing it.
Specifically, what I'm hearing from sources is that they might just say information in the files that hasn't been released is covered by privilege, all sorts of various privilege disputes that the administration may try and get around. So it's not as though we will see these documents tomorrow or next month. While it is a reversal, it's a very specific reversal. It's just a reversal on what Trump is saying about how the House will vote, because Trump already knows the ship has sailed on this vote.
Flight reductions put into place during the shutdown at 40 major airports have now returned to normal today. It comes as a record number of Americans are expected to travel over Thanksgiving. 6 million will fly. The Powerball jackpot tonight up to $570 million. This is ABC News.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy for tonight, a low in the mid-20s. Some flurries around tomorrow morning, then partial sun for the afternoon, cool with a high in the upper 30s. Staying cloudy and cool for Wednesday, a high in the low 40s. Current temp is 30.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
The Elder Care Locator is here to help you live your best life as you age at home. Our call center advisors are ready to connect you with trustworthy local experts. Help is just a phone call away at 1-800-677-1116.
Being blind doesn't look how others may think.
Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down. I know where to find support.
Learn more at fightingblindness.org. Foundation Fighting Blindness.
I was stuck in a state of panic and endless rituals, so I made the call.
Mental health care.
fall. I wanna drive them all. When you're feeling blue, I'm thinking just of you. Someone's living.
I'm Pete Schwaba. This is Nightlight. Great to have you with me on a kind of a, would you call this a kick-ass Monday, Conrad, or just a basic?
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's 3 hours.
It is.
You got to pace yourself. I'm getting a little winded, but I took a knee outside, caught a blow, as they say, and I can talk like that because we were talking sports. Great to have you with me at 7:20, folks. Lindsay Fry from the Festival Theater in St. Croix Falls will be here to tell us about a really cool Christmas play they're putting on over there. They do really great work. Our question of the night is, in honor of National Butter Day, what is your favorite dairy product? We are Dairylanders. We need to represent. And I'm going to ask my next guests that question too. Even though they're here to sing, I'm going to ask them about dairy because I take all the risks. It is my pleasure to welcome back into the studio 3 of my absolute favorite people. They're here representing Doctors in Recital, Kim Shevchik, Chris and Paul Piat. And you guys are married, correct?
We are.
Yeah.
25 years.
25 years.
Today?
No, a month ago.
That would have been cool.
That would have been ridiculous. Yeah. Well, congrats on 25 years. Outstanding. It's great to have you guys here. Kim, you and I met almost 2 years ago, and we set this whole thing up. We brought the Piats in because they're so talented.
They're ringers.
They're
my
ringers.
ringers. Yeah.
You said I got a couple ringers.
A couple ringers.
Mere groupie.
You guys are so much fun to have here because you're very talented singers, but you also have a good sense of humor. We have a lot of laughs when you're here.
We do. We love coming and hanging out with you, and it's
Genuinely
fun.
like you.
Wow.
And that list might not be as long as people think.
It's probably not, Paul. I'm okay with that. I know that I can be a real SOB sometimes.
I would not. Nope. And you were, I think, going to ask us about our favorite dairy product.
I was about to, yeah.
so excited to answer that question.
Oh, I'm thrilled then. Tell
I feel
me,
like
please.
I've been waiting my whole life to answer this question.
It's about time.
You know what I'm going to say. Well, Paul knows I love all dairy, so it's hard for me to pick, but I love milk, and I love all kinds of milk. Like,
oh my gosh.
I grew up, my grandparents' farm, they had, the milk right from the cow, and then we would pasteurize it at their house, and then we would drink warm, fresh, pasteurized milk.
Conrad, you might have to take over for a few minutes here.
Yep. But then my dad had high cholesterol, so then we went from like whole milk to skim milk. But I also like skim milk. And then I like 2% and 1%. I like all the milk. Chocolate milk.
You like all the dairy milk?
All the dairy milk.
Okay.
Oat milk. I actually do not discriminate against non-dairy milk.
I'm an oat milk guy.
Not my favorite. You guys like the non-dairy milk, don't you?
Well, it's the whole lactose.
Yeah, there's that minor thing.
There's that kind of stuff. Have you ever witnessed a pasteurizing? That must be something.
Yeah.
What happens? What's that?
It just gets
Take
really,
us
really,
there.
really,
you go out
really
in the
hot.
pasture and it begins to levitate.
The milk starts to bubble
Pasteurize.
from the sun.
But that's a good analogy. No, it's it's like you just basically get it super hot.
Really?
Yeah.
All right,
and it's
then
like a pressurized system, and so it uses pressure to like not really get it hot. It's a
just
lower
boil
temperature,
the
high
devil.
pressure.
Boil the devil out of it.
And my grandma would always get mad if we drank it before it was pasteurized because she grew up when people were drinking non-pasteurized milk and getting really, really sick. And so she today would just like roll over in her grave knowing that people pay a lot of money for unpasteurized milk. Because she saw
No
people
kidding.
like get really sick and
Did they know what
practically
was
die.
making? Like, did they know what
Yeah,
was
they knew it was
Okay.
bad milk, and
Huh.
they had no choice because it was the Depression, and they had to drink it. And what are you going to do?
Now, this is interesting because the song you're going to play for us is called Bad Milk. So I think this is a great way for us to lead. No. And what about you guys?
Paul,
What
whip
about,
it out.
Paul is about ready.
I'm like,
come
okay,
up with
bad
something. Oh, I love that.
That was good. Keep going.
Oh, that's pretty good. So what about you guys? Do you have a favorite dairy product?
Ice cream is the, obvious, right? But when you're in the mood for like melted cheese, like on a sandwich, like a toasted sandwich with gooey melted cheese, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. What about you, Paul?
Got to go with a good sharp cheddar.
Good sharp cheddar, nice.
And I like the stuff that's also got like cranberries in it or getting
Oh, yeah.
fancy. Yeah.
are you guys
fancy.
fans of the cheese log? I don't know who created that. Probably
I
a
like
guy,
cheese log.
last name Log, but he came up with that, and that's made
Mr. Log.
He's got millions in cheese money.
And then the cheese ball.
And then
You've
the
got
cheese
the
ball.
Mr. Ball.
Cheese ball. We've got a good friend that makes a mighty good cheese ball and likes to bring it to parties.
Cheese curds.
It's just fun to talk about cheese.
Growing up,
Dykesville Bowl, cheese
Dykesville
curds,
Bowl.
best in the state.
Oh, really?
I feel like we had this conversation
I feel
last
like we
time
did
we were here.
too.
I just had deja vu.
Yeah, serious.
Was it
deja vu.
National Cheese Day the last time we came?
No, it's National Butter Day today.
Oh,
and my
butter
favorite is
day.
actually melted butter. I don't eat a lot of dairy, but I will never say no to melted butter on bread, potatoes.
Yes.
Butter
you know,
makes everything
whatever.
better.
Absolutely. Conrad, did I leave anything out in the preparation of the dairy talk with the doctors and recital?
I don't think so. Some people said sour cream today.
That's true.
Sour
cream's
cream
a big
is
one.
great.
Potato.
Sour
Yeah.
cream is great.
Or Mexican food, love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's a
So
great
many-
garnish.
We're very fortunate to be able to talk. You know, in some foreign countries, they can't just have willy-nilly cheese talk. We
No.
can talk about it here, though,
It's like
and not be
blacklisted.
worried about exactly. All right, so that was fun. Thank you for indulging me in my dairy questions. But how are you guys? What is going on? Tell us, for people who have not been to a Doctors and Recital performance, give us a little background, Kim.
Well, what you will witness is first you're going to walk into the beautiful space of the Widener.
Yeah.
You know, one of a kind. We're
Great
so lucky
facility.
to have that gem in our community. And we have physicians and other healthcare team members putting together essentially a variety show. And then other musicians, some of our local talent in Northeast Wisconsin joins them on stage. And you'll see things that range from classical to pop to country to jazz. Sometimes we get really crazy and there's music theater. I mean, it's a wide variety. It's all to raise money for local nonprofits. And this year's theme is essentially helping end hunger in our community. So we have several nonprofits that help to feed their community. And we are fortunate to have just some wonderful nonprofits again this year. Every year it's somebody different. But and then we also support music education and the arts education. So that's also another subset of where our money that we raise goes. So we get sponsors and we've kind of closed up our books with that. And now it's all about ticket sales, which is, of course, one of the things we are asking our audience for. Spread the word, because you can get a great ticket, support some local causes, enjoy wonderful music. These people will be on stage among many, many others. And it's just a fun night. And I don't know, like, people say, yeah, I heard of it, but like Doctors and Recital, I think it's kind of a weird name, but now we've done it so long we have to stick with it. It's not a recital.
Yeah.
It's more of just a cabaret kind of thing, variety, singing, instruments.
And it's very talented people.
Very, very talented.
The first time you guys were here, I remember watching a clip and thinking, oh, they're like medical people who invite these performers to town and you guys play background or something. But I'm like, they're all doctors or people in your field. And you're a physician's assistant, right, Kim?
Yep.
So it's spectacular.
Yeah. Well, every act has to be headlined by a physician, and maybe they're not the headliner, but they're definitely going to be one of the main players, one of the main singers. They're organizing the act. So one of our performers who's a neurosurgeon, I mean, he plays and he sings. One of our performers who's a neurologist, he sings in a quartet, sings in kind of a more of a group. We've got all sorts of medical specialties involved, and it's pretty awesome. I mean, it's not just a bunch of people who think they're good. There's people who are actually
And if those
good.
of you listening have health problems, this is the show to go to.
Yes.
Because if something does happen,
Is
you
there
are
a doctor in the
covered.
house? You've got
There's
several.
nothing but doctors in the house.
Yes.
Kim Shefchick, Paul and Chris Piet are here. They are here representing Doctors and Recital, a great show. This year's show is in January. Every year it's in January.
It's always
right?
January, either the last Saturday or the second last. This year we're on the 24th. So that second to last Saturday in January, 7 p.m. And many people in our community probably already know this, but the Widener has kind of their own ticketing platform. So you can just go right to the Widener, their main page. You can find us there, get your tickets, and it's pretty easy peasy.
Can we hear something before we've got about 5 minutes to a break? You guys think you could belt something out in that
What do you
time?
want to do, Paul?
Should we start with a little bit of, what would we call this? Gospel?
A little gospel.
Sure. Doctors and Recital.
The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. The sun forbear to shine, but God who calls me here below will be forever mine, will be forever mine. You are forever mine.
Wow, that was fantastic. Chris and Paul Piet, Kim Shefchik here representing the Doctors in Recital. I want to talk about that song when we come back. We're going to do a very quick break, and then you guys are going to sing something else at some point. We'll play a little Yahtzee, all kinds of fun stuff going on here.
I love Yahtzee.
Let's roll for cheese curd.
We are coming right back with the Doctors in Recital on Nightlight with Peach Schwaba.
Hey, Northeast Wisconsin, this is Kristen Ambos with the Always On Point podcast and Point Mortgage. On Sundays at 10 to 11 a.m., you'll find me on the Civic Media app, as well as 1590 a.m., 97.9 FM, and all podcast platforms where we'll discuss everything mortgage, real estate, and market related. Any questions? Text them to 920-606-1156. Join me every Sunday.
When severe weather hits and the power goes out, do you have a plan? For reliable power and peace of mind, propane can do that. It only takes about 10 seconds for a propane-powered generator to restore power to your home. So no matter what Mother Nature has in store, you know you're prepared. Learn more at wipga.org. This message is sponsored by your local propane provider and the Wisconsin Propane Education and Research Council.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation, gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Find a mentor today at score.org.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA.
Mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother,
Welcome back. This is Nightlight. I am Pete Schwaba. We are hanging out with the Doctors in Recital. Our question of the night is, In honor of National Butter Day, what is your favorite dairy product we have to represent? We are the dairy state. Michael from the 608 says, yeah, hey, guys, it's cheese, 1,000%. He's leaving no doubt, Conrad. What other food group has a dedicated drawer in the fridge? Well, vegetables.
Veggies and fruit, yeah.
And fruit, yeah. But I'm not going to sidetrack him. He's on a roll. He says, and don't tell me veggies.
No.
I just stole his thunder.
Spoiler alert.
We all know the veggie crisper is also for emergency cheeses. That's great, Michael. Thank you. Love it. Dave on the stream says, I think he means not drink. He says, I will drink or eat any dairy that comes from a nut. Milk must come from a mammary gland. Like Mr. Fokker said, a cat has what is that? A cat? Is that from the movie that the cat actually had nipples?
Yeah.
Okay. A cat has nipples. Can you milk a cat? Well, I can't really argue with that, Dave. And then he clarifies, I will not eat. And then he put the emoji for mammary glands, for lack of a better.
Oh, yes. I was wondering what that was. Now I see it.
Yeah, my wife sends that to me all the time. No, I can't wait to get home. Here are, no. But we have a few texters who are a little obsessed with the women's anatomy. Would you find that? Is that accurate, Conrad?
Yeah, I would say so.
And they find ways around it. They're tasteful, but you know what they're thinking. So I don't
Tasteful,
think
yeah,
that counts
definitely.
as dairy either. But all right, the doctors in recital are being represented here in the studio tonight by Kim Shefchick, Paul, and Chris Piat. They come by, well, in the summer and in the fall. You guys do On Stage for Cancer as well in the summer, which is so great. And so Doctors in Recital, you can get tickets at the Widener website. It's January 24th, and the Widener Center is a phenomenal facility with
beautiful,
some of the best acoustics, I would imagine, which are what. Is there anyone, is it kind of the same, like if people go every year, are there different featured singers every year?
Yes.
Not that they wouldn't want to see the same ones, but like.
There's like your core anchors.
Okay.
I mean, some of us have been in it almost from the beginning. Dr. Ringwelski singing gospel. I'm in there. I'm a hodgepodge performer. We've done a wide variety. Let's see. Dr. Chun, she always does some very, very classy piano. I mean, she basically turned down Juilliard to go to medical school.
Oh,
so,
we've talked about her. Wow.
Yeah, we've talked about her.
That's really emasculating.
But then you'll
someone
have
that talented. You know what I mean?
I
Honestly, God, she's not even a guy, and I'm emasculating. Like, she could have gone to Juilliard. No, I'll go to medical school.
Yeah.
I'll save lives.
Yeah, right. I'm like, well,
Whatever.
with me, it's either do nails or go into show business. Those were my options, and I'm not sure
Waiter?
I chose the right one either.
Waiter.
I would drop
That's
something.
kind of like show business, actually.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
true.
that's true.
Yeah.
If you want to make money, you need tips.
No,
That's show business.
That's like the old question. Oh, my wife's an actress. Oh, really? What restaurant does she work at? So there you go.
Well, I mean, you will never be able to predict what the show is.
Yeah.
Because it's different every year. There's not, and we try really hard to not repeat songs too. So it's pretty rare that you'll be like, didn't someone do this already? We have a choir that is every year picking a couple different songs, and they usually do some show tunes, but not always. We had a Moana song. What was that one that? Don't talk about Bruno or what?
We don't talk about Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno. That was cute. It's fun. They try to do something that's kind of like in that popular current timing.
Right.
Things that are classics and oldies but goodies. I don't know. It's been all over the map.
So do you have a theme in terms of, first of all, I just want to say too, you guys did Amazing Grace right before the break. There are 3 songs where I really struggle to hold back tears. And they're tears of joy because of the beauty of the songs. And Amazing Grace is one of them.
Really?
Ave Maria, forget it. And Danny Boy. Those 3 songs, I just can't. If it's like a funeral setting or you're somewhere where there's perfect acoustics and it goes right to your bones, it's just like those songs in particular. But are there songs like that in this year's show? What can you tell us about? I know you said you mix it up a little bit. Are there anything you can share that we're definitely going to hear?
Let's see. Well, we are doing Listen to the Music. Do you remember that?
The Doobie
song?
Brothers?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I love that.
And we are lucky that the Power Tool Horns from Big Mouth and the Power Tool Horns, local band, they will be joining us on stage. So that'll be exciting.
Excellent.
There's always, there you go. Thanks. Chris always is at the ready with
Such
the
a
actual
teacher.
plan.
I can't help it.
Can't shut that off.
So do you know It was
Who?
popular back, I want to say like mid to late 2000s. Black Horse and a Cherry Tree. That was like that kind of like jazzy, what would you call that style? It was popular on pop radio. That one was super popular for a bit. Feeling Good. That one's going to be good. Brad Locke, he likes to sing kind of, one year he did Elton John. He's done show tunes, but Feeling
sweet.
Good with the East High School Jazz Band, which is always fun to get some of the
Nice.
high school kids
Yeah.
singing and playing. And then we have like Ragtime, you know, the Ragtime musical.
Yeah.
There's lots of variety. We've got a couple. Oh, yeah.
I love
Dream.
Ragtime. I love Scott Joplin. He's like one of my all-time favorite.
There's a couple that are like written for the show. So Dr.
nice.
Hess has an original piece, and then every year Dr. Vardis writes a song about our recipients. This year his song is titled "A Biker Dude Named Matt." I cannot believe that that's the title, but that's what it's called. But it's almost always moving. Usually if you read the lyrics of his song, like you were just saying, like they'll move you to tears.
Yeah.
Last year's was really good because you know, there's different recipients we've had over the years, and many of them do involve, we tend to pick things that are for our health and wellness in Brown County. So a lot of things with mothers and children, you know, hunger being this year. But the story was, you know, about kids that need a place that feels like home and smells like home and is like home. And he kind of wrote it from the kid's perspective. It was
so
beautiful.
great.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to get.
I love that.
But
All right,
there's always a touch of things you'll know.
We're going to talk more about this after the news. We'll be back for Act 3. No longer Act 2. It's a 3-act show now, Conrad. Look alive. You ready? All right. We're coming back after the news. More with the Doctors in Recital who are here, Kim, Paul, and Chris. They're going to perform again as well. And then we've got some talk about a great show coming up in Western Wisconsin in hour number 2 as well. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite. Great to have you with me.
WGBW, Denmark, Green Bay.
ABC News, I'm Stephanie Officer. President Trump doing an about-face when it comes to his stance on releasing the Epstein files. On social media Sunday, the president claimed he has nothing to hide, and House Republicans should vote to release the files that they are, quote, legally entitled to. Trump today making comments at the White House.
We'll give them everything. Sure, I would. Let the Senate look at it. Let anybody look at it. But don't talk about it too much because, honestly, I don't want to take it away from us.
Tomorrow, the House is expected to vote on a bill that would push the DOJ to release the files. Costume art will be the next big show at the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute, launched by the Met Gala, pairing garments with objects from across the museum to show how fashion has long been intertwined with different art forms. CEO and director of the Met, Max Hollein, hopes the exhibit will take visitors to the New York Museum on a journey through art history and fashion. This is ABC News. The U.S. given a failing grade on infant and maternal health.
This is the fourth year in a row the country has gotten such a low grade, but the March of Dimes says 10% of all babies in the United States are born prematurely, and nearly a quarter of all expectant moms don't get prenatal care until after their first trimester. Pre-existing conditions like high blood pressure and diabetes, both known risk factors for preterm birth, were up among pregnant women year over year. More states saw premature birth rates worsen rather than improve. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
An Indiana homeowner who shot a woman who mistakenly came to the door as a house cleaner earlier this month will now face manslaughter charges in her death. The 62-year-old man faces up to 30 years in prison if convicted. 3 men were arrested in New York City over the weekend after reportedly making a $100,000 bribe to a juror in a drug trial against the former heavyweight boxer. That trial now on hold while a new anonymous jury is chosen. Stephanie Officer, ABC News.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders.
innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Teaching shapes lives. Are you ready? Explore teaching at teach.org, supported by the U.S. Department of Education and 1 million teachers of color.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off. You've got this. Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by U.S. Aging.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy for tonight, a low in the mid-20s. Some flurries around tomorrow morning, then partial sun for the afternoon, cool with a high in the upper 30s. Staying cloudy and cool for Wednesday, a high in the low 40s. Current temp is 30.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
The Elder Care Locator is here to help you live your best life as you age at home. Our call center advisors are ready to connect you with trustworthy local experts. Help is just a phone call away at 1-800-677-1116.
Being blind doesn't look how others may think.
Retinitis pigmentosa aimed to overwhelm my family.
It tried to cut me down.
Broadcasting live from the Civic Media Studios in Green Bay, this is Night Light with Pete Schwaba, your inside source on everything entertainment from Wisconsin to Hollywood. And now, a guy who likes to dine and dash, Pete Schwaba.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are kicking off hour number 3 here. That's right. You heard that right, folks. Nightlight has been extended for an extra hour, at least through the holidays. We will be kicking off every show at 5 p.m. and hopefully keeping you company while you're in your car, if you're in your car, if you're a commuter, or if you just want to sit and listen to the radio at the very early hour of 5 o'clock. That works as well. Either way, it's great to have you. If you missed the show, let's get people caught up, shall we, Conrad? Jimmy Kuska was here.
Yeah.
He is the Civic Media Sports Director. We talked a little sports with Jimmy and some movies and TV, because Jimmy is a big-time TV watcher. I would say he could go pro as a TV watcher. He's very good.
Yeah,
the guy has perfect technique.
He gave some good descriptions on the shows he was watching.
He did.
Why he liked them.
He did. It was excellent. And we learned that his son now beats him at chess. So that was fun. In hour number 2, the doctors in recital, so to speak, joined us. Kim, Paul, and Chris. They are all here still. We will be back to them in just a moment. They're going to perform again, which is exciting. Our question of the night, if you're just joining us, is in honor of National Butter Day. What is your favorite dairy product? We'll get caught up on texts, too, in just a moment. And Conrad told us about, what was that movie called, that bad one? With
Playdate with Kevin James and Alan Richardson.
I knew you were going to watch that.
Well, of course. It
I
has
said, I
Kevin
know
James.
Conrad is going.
It has Kevin James in it.
And I watched a great movie called Relay, which you can rent on demand. And a great thriller that's brand new, very good reviews. Check it out. I also want to tell you about a screening you can attend if you're in the Madison area or up for a road trip. The Godfather of Green Bay, a film I made 20 years ago, will be showing at the Atwood Music Hall December 4th. It's going to be a really fun event. It's sponsored by the John and Gordy Show at WGBW here at Civic Media and Downdren's Distilling. Tickets are just $10, and $1 from every ticket goes to the Dane County Humane Society. So it's for a good cause. It's a comedy I made. I'm in the film with Tony Goldwyn, Lauren Holly, Lance Barber, Tom Lennon. We got great actors here in Wisconsin. And it's a really fun movie to watch with a crowd. Some good laughs and kind of a feel-good movie. And definitely a Wisconsin fall movie. So come on out on December 4th. It's going to be a fun night. John and Gordy will be there introducing the film. And I'll be there for a Q&A hosted by John and Gordy as well after the film. So hope to see you out there. Come on out and say hello. And coming up in just a few minutes, we'll have Lindsay Fry. She is the executive director of the Festival Theater and also a very talented actress. She's going to be here to tell us about a show they're putting on at the end of this month and early into next month. So we'll talk to Lindsay in just a few minutes. That will be fun. Right now, man, we are jamming through our first 3-hour show, Conrad. The Doctors in Recital are here to help us. Kim Shevchik, Chris Piat, Paul Piat. They're married, in case you're wondering.
Not all three of us.
Not all three of them.
No, just Kim and I.
No. Hey, I don't know what is going on in your homes, and I don't care. Whatever works for you is great.
I've been trying to figure out what's been going on for 25 years. Still,
just don't ask questions. All right, so you guys performed Amazing Grace. It was so great. First of all, does dairy affect your ability to sing?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Dairy makes mucus.
You get that? Yeah. What if it made your voice sound better, the mucus?
That would be amazing.
Bring that on.
Well, maybe if you're singing like, a Hanukkah song.
Oh, there you go.
Right?
You want the feeling of choking.
Hanukkah.
Kim's such an optimist, a glass half full kind of gal. All right, so the show is January 24th at the Widener Center, Doctors in Recital. How many years in a row is this now that you've done this?
Well, there's this whole thing called COVID.
Oh, yeah.
So we had to take a break because, we were kind of busy working and there were a lot of serious things going on, not to make light of it. But we took a year off, then we had to postpone another year. So I think this is year 18.
Wow.
I think this is year 18.
And you've raised over $20, as I understand it, for charity.
I was like, what?
Those limos don't pay for themselves.
Can confirm we've raised more than $20.
No,
I'm totally kidding.
Gosh, I would have to redo the math because we always say over. I don't want to be out of the ballpark, but over 6 figures. We've had a lot of success, and all just from our community. I mean,
That's so great.
people are so. I mean, people love to support local music because this is local music, but they also love to support good causes, and we've had some really great recipients over the years.
And remind us again, who is the recipient this year?
So this year we have 4 basically food banks in the local area here in Northeast Wisconsin, and so we're really harmonizing to end hunger. And then we have our 2 local music programs. Every year we like to support music education, so groups can apply. We're just excited to put on a great show, have a good time, raise some funds.
You guys have so much fun with it. I love that. Can we hear something else before I want to make sure I've got a few more questions, but I'd love to have you guys perform again before we let you go. What are you thinking?
This one's all you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Kim Shevchik, ladies and gentlemen.
Speaking of.
Will there be backup?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There must be backup.
Fantastic. Kim, Chris, and Paul.
I don't know. I'm just going to repeat what you say.
That works.
Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen. Pour myself a cup of ambition. Yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Oh yeah, every morning. I jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the street, the traffic starts jumping. Folks like me on the job from 9 to 5. Working 9 to 5. What a way to make a living. Barely getting by. dream just to watch him shatter. You just step on the boss man's ladder, but you got dreams he'll never take away. You're in the same boat as a lot of your friends, waiting for the day your ship will come in. The tide's gonna turn and it's all gonna roll your way. Working 9 to 5, what a way to make a living, barely getting by. It's all taking and no giving. They just use your mind and they never give you credit. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. 9 to 5, they got you where they want you. There's a better life. You'll dream about it, don't you? It's a rich man's game, no matter what they call it. You spend your life putting money in his wallet. 9 to 5, just working, 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 working. 9 to 5, they got me working 9 to 5, working 9 to 5, just working, 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 working 9 to 5. Give me 5.
That is awesome.
Or in some of our cases, 7 to 7 or whatever time, 5
5 to 8.
5
now.
to
Yeah,
8.
I can relate. Yeah. I love that. And that is actually one of the songs that also makes me cry. 9 to 5.
Oh my God. Always.
Songs about the workplace.
It's emotional. It's grueling.
It's Dolly Parton.
It's Dolly. It's
Oh my
Dolly.
God. You got to love Dolly. She's amazing.
Dolly makes you tear up, huh?
Dolly makes me tear up for a lot of. Listen, you know what's weird?
I love her.
It's funny that you say that because I never really thought about Dolly Parton when I was a kid, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden she's been around so long, and she's so sweet and does so much
Yeah.
for charity, and
Yeah.
it's like this is a national treasure.
Yes.
Now I love
Legit.
everything about her. She's
She is
amazing.
legit. Yeah.
I
The-
gained, a lot of respect for her when she, I don't know if you know the story, when the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame wanted to
Oh, yeah.
induct her, and she said no because I've never made a rock album. But then she did. So
She's
that,
like, give me a year. She
at, like,
made a
18,
rock
She made a rock
album.
album.
She made a
and
rock
then
album.
she let them induct her.
Oh man,
And it's a good album.
I love.
It's
Here
crazy.
You come again. I love. I mean, she's got some.
Here you come
Great.
again.
Listen, if you want to
Yeah.
perform that, if you want to play us out with that, I don't know. Do you guys have? Who are your musical influences?
Kim
Whoa.
Shevchak.
Yeah.
Duh.
Definitely. Hello.
So speaking of dairy, I grew up singing to the cows. And my grandpa would listen to old time country in the barn. So I grew up Patsy Cline and
Wow.
Waylon Jennings and like all these and Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
And ironically, to this day, like I still feel like that, I don't know, that raw, working, I don't know, that
The
influences
old country.
me. And hanging out with these guys for as long as I have, they've got amazing taste in music. I always learn about some new group because of them.
Now we're learning from our kids.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you guys listening
Yeah.
to? Send it my way.
Are you surprised with all because I do that too, and I can't believe all the genre integration in the music. It's country
Yes.
and rap and all these combinations I
Yeah.
never would have thought would happen, but it's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
It's hard
Very.
to keep up.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
makes me feel old. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because
Wait, what is
it's
this?
hard to keep on the cusp of it.
For sure. What about you guys? Who are your musical influences?
Oh,
I mean,
yours is easy.
Well, yeah,
James,
but I mean, I
James
like
Taylor.
a lot of
Oh,
different
yeah.
musicians. But as far as an influence, on how I sing and play, it would be James Taylor. hands
I
down.
remember. I think we talked about that. Yeah, that's a great one.
But yeah, don't laugh at me. So when I was a kid back in the day and you had CDs, my alphabet started with AC/DC and ended with Yanni. And everything in between.
The little dose of Ruth Buzzy in the middle there. Yeah, sure.
I forgot all about Yanni.
Oh my gosh.
That's listen. My music catalog too was very sort of esoteric, maybe, or what. I had a lot of different stuff in there, and you can't. I don't know anybody that just listens to one genre. Like sometimes you want classical, or I love jazz on all the time.
If
When
you
I
love
write,
music,
I love jazz.
You listen to a
Yeah.
wide range.
Exactly. What about you, Chris?
Oh, but mine is interesting. My parents would go polka dancing every weekend.
Okay.
So lots of polka music, but I was the youngest by a lot.
By a lot. What do you mean, like?
Like
7, 8 years.
They thought they were done, but that polka music really got their motors running.
My oldest sister is 18 years older than I am.
Oh my gosh!
So,
okay.
and then like the closest sibling to me is 7 years.
All right.
So the music that I really heard, because my parents were always working, was my siblings' music.
Okay.
So it was a lot of like 80s rock.
Nice.
Is what I really grew up listening to a lot, was 80s rock, and knowing I couldn't actually touch the vinyl, but I always wanted
Oh my
to.
God, Cyndi Lauper. And I love watching her just with her induction recently, and like just the way she talks about, women and music and being an artist and being on the edge.
Vivid memory of my brother's 1987 Bon Jovi "Slippery When Wet" album.
Oh, that
with
was
the
cool.
water, the droplets, and
it
the
looked
red.
wet.
And don't touch my elbow. I'm just standing in his room, just like staring at it by the turntable, like I know I shouldn't touch it.
That's so
I
funny.
really want to play this album.
I've talked about this where I grew up in my neighborhood in Chicago. I hung out with a lot of older kids, and somebody wrote the words Pink Floyd on a public school, and we were hanging out there, and they spelled Floyd wrong. And the guy said, whoever wrote that doesn't even deserve to own a pen. Like teenage boys particularly get very passionate about their music. Guys, this was fun. Thank you so much.
Thank
Best
you
of
for
luck with
having
Doctors
us.
of
Thanks,
Recital.
Pete.
Come
Thank you
back
for having
soon.
us.
How about tomorrow? All right, we'll do it. So we'll
Sure.
figure something out.
We'll
All
do
right.
it
Yeah. we'll be
Doctors
back.
in Recital, Kim, Chris, and Paul. Love these guys. Check out Doctors in Recital at the Widener January 24th. We are coming right back with Lindsay Fry from the Festival Theater. It's Pete Schwaba and Nite Lite.
It's a gospel kind of feeling.
WGBW and WGBW.FM.
With locations in Appleton and Oshkosh, Insight Eye Care has been serving the Fox Valley since 1972, offering comprehensive eye care services. Their doctors also share a special interest in treating chronic dry eye disease, providing specialty contact lenses, and expert pediatric eye care. Find Insight Eye Care on North Sawyer Street in Oshkosh and Chain Drive in Appleton. Improving lives by improving sight with quality eye care for everyone in your family. Insight Eye Care. Visit WIinsight.com to schedule your eye exam today.
America is kept safe because the Army National Guard responds, protects, and supports our nation when it needs them most. From fighting wildfires with air support, helping civilians in flooded neighborhoods, to delivering food and supplies to those who have lost everything, the Army National Guard always responds when disaster strikes. The Army National Guard also trains to be ever vigilant against threats, foreign and domestic. They protect our skies with missile defense weaponry. They secure our information, communications, and infrastructure with cybersecurity. And they protect us against chemical, biological, and radiological hazards with the civilian support team. The Army National Guard also stands ready to deploy and provide support for conflicts or humanitarian missions abroad. Join the Army National Guard and be there to respond, protect, and support your community and your country. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Doctors Without Borders is delivering life-saving medical care where it's needed most in communities around the world. From bandaging war-wounded patients in Sudan to providing clean drinking water in Haiti, we're in more than 70 countries worldwide, bringing patients from sick to recovering, from emergency to aid, from crisis to care. This life-saving care is made possible by a global movement of supporters like you. Thank you.
I was stuck in a state of panic and endless rituals, so I made the call.
Mental health care works when you make the call. Visit mentalhealthcareworks.org. A message from the American Psychiatric Association.
Welcome back. It is a glorious Monday night here in the state of Wisconsin, folks. We are broadcasting statewide from beautiful downtown Green Bay. Great to have you with me. Such a long weekend, and it's finally Monday, and that makes me happy because I get to talk about all the things I love to talk about. Our question of the night is in honor of National Butter Day. Pretty sure that's the only dairy product that has a national day.
No, cheese.
Cheese has to have a day, right?
Milk has a day probably.
That's too much.
Ice cream has a day.
Ice cream I could see. Ice cream.
Chocolate, vanilla, strawberry. They each have their own day.
The
Probably.
Neapolitan, you think?
Yeah.
I got the Neapolitan. What is your favorite dairy product? That is our question of the night here at Nightlight. And let us know. Be part of the show, and I will read it on the radio. Tony the Trucker from the 608 says, Pete, like your musical guest. Oh, are they still here? We got to tell them this, Con.
Yeah, they're still here.
Tell them Tony the Trucker loves them. I do too, Tony. Tony says, like your musical guest. It's but he says it's ice cold milk. Ice cold milk goes with everything, and without it, we wouldn't have all the other wonderful dairy products. Very well said, Tony. So I thought he was saying like your musical guest, but there was a comma. So I don't know if he liked those guys or not. I assume he loved them.
Like
we all do.
Like them, he likes milk.
As much as great as these guys sound, Pete, I like ice cold milk. You can't nudge me off of that position. Lil Irv says, great music on the stream. Thank you, Lil Irv. Appreciate that. And he says, he did the emojis with the boobs that people, send. It's just aberrant behavior. I don't condone it. That's Dave disguised as Lil Irv. He says, it's a guy thing, Pete. And he's referencing another movie I wrote called A Guy Thing. So well done, Dave. I appreciate you working that into your text. Right now, I'm very excited. I'm always excited when we have someone on who hasn't been on the show before. And my next guest, as I understand it, is a very talented actress and also the marketing director for the Festival Theater in St. Croix. Conrad, is it St. Croix Falls? I almost left the Falls part out, and that's very important. But it is my pleasure to welcome to Nightlight Lindsay Fry. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Pete. It's great to be on.
Yeah, I'm glad this worked out. So you're in St. Croix Falls tonight?
I am. That's where I'm based out of as an actor.
How's it going over there?
It's great. We
Yeah? Nice town, I hear.
yeah, it's a nice small town. The leaves were really pretty this fall.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous area. And you're right by the Twin Cities. That's kind of fun, too. Two great cities there, not too far away. So I have to ask you, Lindsay, before we get into the nuts and bolts of this great show you have coming up and your acting talents, do you have a favorite dairy product?
I do. I was thinking about this when you were talking. I think I like definitely ice cream.
Yeah.
But like the very like creamy ice cream or anything kind of like custardy.
Nice. That is serious dairy you're rolling out there.
Yeah.
You're talking like serious when you're into custard. What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
I like anything with chocolate.
Yeah. All right.
I like chocolate in my ice cream over fruit.
Same here. Have you had the Moose Tracks? Any of the Moose Track varieties?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's dynamite. All right. So give us a little background about yourself, Lindsay, before we get into this cool show you're doing. I would love to know more about you. How did you end up in St. Croix Falls, and how did you get into acting? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I'm an actor. I was acting since I was little in theater camps that my mom signed me up for, or in my school plays, but I went to a small town in Kansas.
Oh, wow.
So we didn't have a very large or robust theater program, and I didn't really get into theater until college. I originally went to Luther College for piano performance and quickly changed my major to theater. And just fell in love with it. And I found St. Croix Festival Theater through an internship program a couple years ago. And they have a really great program for interns. If you're in college or just graduated, that's how I found Festival Theater. And then I've been an actor since graduating. I've worked kind of all over, but mainly in Festival in St. Croix Falls. I've worked in the Twin Cities, and then I did a tour in Virginia with the Barter Theater.
Wow.
So, yeah. So now I'm here and working the admin side as well as acting as a residential.
That's exciting. And you obviously had a great experience there if you did an internship and now you're there full time. That's always nice when that works out. So how long have you been there?
This will be coming up on my 3rd year on
Okay.
staff. Mhm.
Great. So we have about a minute until a break, Lindsay. We're going to do the news. And then we'll come back and hear all about your new show. But give us, in about a minute, if you can, some background on Festival Theater, because it's got a great history.
Yeah, Festival Theater started as a summer stock theater in the 90s, where that means you just do plays in the summer. So it's not producing shows all year. And it's grown and stayed alive through, lots of things, and COVID being one of the most recent things that now we produce shows. We produce about 6 to 7 full length productions a year. We have an arts education program called the Festival Theater Playmakers. It's open to people of all ages to audition for our Playmakers series.
Love that.
And we also produce a lot of concerts and other smaller events that are like night events.
Great cultural activities at the Festival Theater in a wide range. It's really great. So we're going to tell you when we come back after the news about a very cool show they're doing. Lindsay's going to tell us all about it. Lindsay Fry is here, folks. It's Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I walk around, I can't hear a sound, folks talking loud, but I don't see at all. I gotta get away, I don't know where to go. It's hopeless, so I guess
From Denmark to De Pere, this is 97.9 WGBW.
ABC News, I'm Stephanie Officer. President Trump doing an about-face when it comes to his stance on releasing the Epstein files. On social media Sunday, the president claimed he has nothing to hide, and House Republicans should vote to release the files that they are, quote, legally entitled to. Trump today making comments at the White House.
We'll give them everything. Sure, I would. Let the Senate look at it. Let anybody look at it. But don't talk about it too much, because honestly, I don't want to take it away from us.
Tomorrow, the House is expected to vote on a bill that would push the DOJ to release the files. Costume art will be the next big show at the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute, launched by the Met Gala, pairing garments with objects from across the museum to show how fashion has long been intertwined with different art forms. CEO and director of the Met, Max Hollein, hopes the exhibit will take visitors to the New York Museum on a journey through art history and fashion. This is ABC News.
I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Mostly cloudy for tonight, a low in the mid-20s. Some flurries around tomorrow morning, then partial sun for the afternoon, cool with a high in the upper 30s. Staying cloudy and cool for Wednesday, a high in the low 40s. It's 28 degrees right now.
Reading aloud to children sharpens their listening skills, expands their vocabularies, and nurtures a lifelong love of reading. That's why Reading is Fundamental, the nation's leading children's literacy nonprofit, offers free monthly read-alouds by popular authors through its Rally to Read program. Visit rallytoread.org to watch the read-alouds and discover exciting reading activities for school and home. Visit rallytoread.org today.
We are the National Park Foundation, and together with you, we're creating a future where every person, every generation gets their chance at an unforgettable moment. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
Small businesses are the heart of America. As the nation's largest nonprofit resource of expert business mentoring, SCORE has helped millions of entrepreneurs build their businesses for free. Find a mentor today at score.org.
Teachers are diverse, skilled leaders. Innovate.
Welcome back. You've got Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network. I'm Pete Schwaba. Tomorrow night on the show, the legendary Frank Hermans of Let Me Be Frank Productions is going to swing into the studio and perform tomorrow and tell us all about his Christmas show this year at the Meyer Theater. I went last year. It was an absolute blast and a great way to kick off the holidays. Frank will be here tomorrow. Then Ellie Bordeaux from Up North News joins me at 6:35, and Madison film critic and CityCast Madison newsletter editor Rob Thomas, one of our frequent flyers here at Nightlight, will be here to talk movies. That's tomorrow night. Lots of fun all week as we add an hour for the foreseeable future here at Nightlight from 5 to 8 every night. So join us, please, tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Our question of the night, you still have a few minutes to get an answer in. What is your favorite dairy product? It is National Butter Day, folks. That's right. Butter has its own day, and well-deserved, if you ask me. So we will get to some more of your texts in just a few minutes. Right now, joining me over the stream is Lindsay Fry. She is on the stream from St. Croix Falls, and she is the marketing director and a very talented actress from the Festival Theater. So it is great to have Lindsay here. Lindsay, how are you doing? You hanging with us okay?
I am.
Can we get you something, a water, some type of, do you smoke?
No,
Okay.
I'm great.
So you're an actress. You're doing all the marketing there at Festival. Tell us about this great new show. It's a classic, or at least based on a classic. Tell us about the show coming up on November 28th.
Yeah, so our holiday show is Frosty, a musical adventure. It's loosely based off of the classic story Frosty the Snowman. It's written by Catherine Bush and Dax Dupuis, and they're very talented. You should check out their work. But Frosty follows the story of a young orphan, Billy, who runs away from home to New York City to build the best snowman ever. And along the way, he meets several characters and discovers a magic hat that brings Frosty to life. And they kind of go on this big adventure around New York City and discover the true meaning of Christmas.
That sounds like a different Frosty. I love it.
Yeah, so it takes a lot of the kind of classical tropes that you've seen in Frosty, but it's more of a modern version. And one thing I really love about this show is it's for all ages. It's family friendly, but there's also some heart to it. There's the themes are, you know, Billy is in foster care, and it kind of taps into some each character's like struggles around the holidays too. It doesn't just kind of brush over a lot of things, but at the same time, it's family friendly, it's fun, it's audience interactive, it's a musical.
Yeah, that's so great. Is this a new musical, or has this been around for a while?
Musical a couple years ago when I was on tour with the Barter Theater. I was performing in this show, and we took it down to Florida and up to New Hampshire, all over the East Coast. And it's I just fell in love with this show. It's and then when I started working at Festival Theater, we get to pick our season, and it's kind of difficult to find holiday shows that are new or different, or not just the standard 5 holiday shows that everyone does. So I pitched this show as being something kind of different. So Catherine Bush is the residential playwright at the Barter Theater, and she writes a lot of shows for them, but you can also purchase rights to do them elsewhere. So I'm really excited to bring this show to festival as the director of this show, and I also got to perform in it at another theater.
So wait, you're directing this show?
I am.
I didn't know that. Oh, that's exciting. So what do you like better? You're an actress and a director. What's more exciting for you in terms of creative outlet there?
I think I'm definitely an actor through and through, but I'm kind of dabbling my toes in the directing waters as well. This is my first year directing shows. I did our spring show, which was a youth show of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and just really loved it. And this is my first show with professional actors.
That's exciting. Are you in the show as an actor?
No, I'm just directing.
Okay. That would be a lot.
Would be a lot.
Well, that's exciting. So does Frosty encounter like rude New Yorkers? Is this a whole new world to Frosty? It's so sweet and simple in the cartoon, the holiday classic. Do you get any New York attitude in this show?
There's a little bit, yeah, that you definitely meet a bunch of different characters. But I think the beautiful thing about Frosty is that he sees the good in everyone.
Yeah.
And there is like a unifying factor about that, when Frosty comes on stage, the characters just find a more sense of community and love that I think is a really beautiful theme.
Absolutely.
Around the holidays.
That's excellent. All right. So my guest is Lindsay Fry. She is the marketing director. She's also an actress, and she's directing this new show called Frosty, a Musical Adventure at the Festival Theater in St. Croix Falls, Wisconsin. The show starts November 28th and runs through December 21st. How can people get tickets, Lindsay, if they're in your area or just want a road trip to St. Croix Falls?
Yeah, our website is festivaltheater.org. You can get tickets through there and find more details about the shows or other events that we have going on. Or you can call our box office, and that number is 715-483-3387.
Outstanding. All right, very cool. So let me ask you something. Your theater has such a great reputation. It's got a history. Where do you find the actors for stuff like? It can't all be local. Do you bring actors in from other? I know a couple months ago, you guys did the show You and I, or I and You, I think it was called, and we had the director on who was from New York City. So how does that work with festival? Do you have the kind of budget where you can bring actors and directors in, or is it mostly local?
Yeah, so we bring actors in from all over the country. We have actors in Frosty from Alabama, Chicago, Denver. We also have local actors from St. Croix and the Twin Cities, Milwaukee, another actors from Milwaukee. So we have a really great support system from the community in St. Croix Falls that we have host homes. So that we can provide housing for actors, which is really great. And we wouldn't be able to bring these people in if it weren't for the program. So shout out to all the host homes.
Okay, that's so great. All right. So what are some other productions you have coming up? You want to get a plug in for something after Frosty or after the holidays?
Yeah, we have several other concerts coming up. Hiroya Tsukamoto is a professional classic guitarist. He will be at Festival Theater on November 23rd at 7:30. His show is called A Journey Through Strings and Stories. It's really great. This is, I think, his third year coming back to do a concert. So very popular, wonderful guitarist. And then we also have a Christmas concert. Colleen Ray is coming to do a show called A Holiday in Your Heart on December 13th at 2 p.m. And she's got like an orchestra, and it'll be really fun holiday music.
That is excellent. Do people tell you you look like Natalie Portman? Do you get that often?
No, I don't.
Really? Con, am I wrong?
No, you're not.
All right. I mean, I think I look like Natalie Portman too, so I don't know if that's that much of a compliment. No, I'm serious. You totally have that. Like you could play her sister or something.
Thank you.
What are you watching on TV when you're done with theater and festival directing and creative directing and marketing and all that and learning your lines? What is Lindsay sitting down to watch at night?
Well, recently I have been watching the new season of Abbott Elementary.
Oh, I love that show. So great.
Mm-hmm. It's really great. It's very fun. And I'm also currently watching all of the extended versions of The Lord of the Rings, which I've never seen before.
You know, I've never seen those films either. I'm just not a Lord of the Rings guy. I know I should watch it because they're supposed to be spectacular, but are you enjoying those?
I'm loving it. I'm a new fan.
Okay. So you weren't a fan necessarily, but you gave it a whirl and you're digging it.
Yeah, I'm watching them with a friend, and we are on movie 3. So I'm
so
very
great.
invested.
Outstanding. Lindsay, this was fun. Thank you so much for taking the time out and telling us about your really cool production coming up. Break a leg, crush it, all those other cliches, and have a great time putting on Frosty.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on your show tonight.
Anytime. Keep us posted at what's going on at Festival, and we'll do it again sometime.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, that's Lindsay Fry. Check out Frosty. Conrad, you're a Frosty fan, right? You're not that much of a curmudgeon.
Who would hate Frosty the Snowman?
Exactly.
You can't.
Some guy's like, nah, I don't like Frosty.
There's like a horror movie that's like scary
right.
Frosty the Snowman.
But it's not Frosty, though.
That's not
like
Frosty.
A derivation. Yeah, right, exactly. Check it out, folks. Festival Theater, Frosty, a musical adventure, November 28th through December 21st. Lindsay Fry is directing. That's exciting. So check it out. And so I want to talk, Con, about we've got other clips we're kind of behind on.
Yeah.
Not behind, but Chris Farley. We've got 2 Chris Farley clips.
Yeah.
Should we do the Chris Farley with his dad?
Yeah, I think we should.
All right. This is and it's been a while since I sent this to you. Is this Chris Farley talking about?
Yeah, about something with his dad. Now I forgot too. So,
all right, let's hear it.
Yes,
this is a great clip.
Let's do it.
I love this.
One time I was with my dad, and
what's your dad's name?
My dad's name's Tom.
Tom?
Yeah. And then the chef at the restaurant came up and asked for an autograph.
That's nice.
And so I signed it, and then my dad goes, "What'd you put on there?" And I go, "Well, I just wanted an autograph, so I signed my name." He goes, "Oh, for God's sakes, make it personal. These folks are coming up there, taking a risk and asking you, make it personal, for God's sakes. Just sign your name like a jack." I don't know. It's like, it happens. Sometimes people come up to an autograph, but it's not going to change me. I'm going to do the same old Chris.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen here.
He's such a treasure. That guy was so fun. And like most people would go out there and they want to be, put together and present themselves. He was so honest. And like he's hyperventilating a little bit, probably because he just did cartwheels on his way to the stage, but like, or he's in the presence of Dave Letterman, but such a treasure. And
when he just his voice and just telling those stories, it feels like you can just picture it.
Yeah, exactly. Very genuine. All right. So we've got, how are we doing on text, Con? Am I keeping up?
We got a couple new ones.
Let's do those. Let's do those now. Oh, Conrad's mom checking in says her favorite dairy product is squeaky cheese curds.
She might have some coming to her next week.
Really? You found a place that does mail order cheese curds. That's so awesome. All right, we're going to catch up on your text as well. Oh, let's do Conrad's dad here, too. He says, favorite dairy product is all types of Wisconsin cheese. They must miss Wisconsin.
Yeah, we're a cheese family.
That's fantastic. All right, we're coming back to wrap things up, finish up with your texts, and maybe take a phone call, too. This is Pete Schwaba and Nightlight on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Without my pride, I reach out from the inside.
Appleton Cigar Company on College Avenue has been serving the community for over 25 years. If you are a cigar aficionado looking for a one-of-a-kind experience, you need to check out Appleton Cigar, which boasts the largest selection of cigars north of Milwaukee with over 706 cigars to choose from in a walk-in humidor. The Cigar Lounge offers an impressive variety of spirits and cocktails that pair perfectly with a premium cigar. For the full experience, come to Appleton Cigar at 415 College Ave, Monday through Saturday, 11:30 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. For more information, go to appletoncigar.com.
Hey, it's Amanda, and we all know that Northeast Wisconsin has some of the best events around, but trying to find them all can be tricky. So here at WGBW, we decided to do the work for you. Prevent boredom on any night by going to WGBW.fm and click events in the top right corner. You'll never have to spend forever scrolling to find out what's going on in your area. And if you got an event to share, hit us up by emailing info@WGBW.fm, bringing you local news and timeless hits while giving you the 411 on what's happening in New Wisco.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Is getting vaccinated on your to-do list? We can help you check that off. You've got this. Yes, you do. See how we've got you at yougotthis.usaging.org. A message from the Aging and Disability Vaccination Collaborative, powered by US Aging.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative, and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
Every 15 seconds, someone is diagnosed with cancer. If it's happened to you or someone you love, the American Cancer Society can help at every step of the journey. Visit cancer.org today.
In sitcoms, when someone has a problem, they just blurt it out and move on.
Well, I lost my job and my parakeet is missing. How was your day?
But the real world is different. Managing life's challenges can be overwhelming. So, what do? We get support. The Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council have mental health resources available for you at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. See how much further you can go when you take care of your mental health.
Would you say this time flew by, Conrad?
Yeah, I think so.
I think it did.
We just stretched out a little bit and we're fine.
I think we could do a 12-hour show if we had to.
What
like
are those?
Marathon or something? A telethon?
Telethon. That's the, you remember when Joey did it?
Yeah. We could have the Doctors in Recital in for 12 hours and have them sing every hour. It's so much fun tonight, folks. Thank you to all my guests, Jimmy Kuska, the Doctors in Recital, Kim Shevchik, Paul and Chris Piat. Always fun having those guys here, and Lindsay Fry from the Festival Theater in St. Croix Falls. And thank you for all your texts and calls. We've got a few more to go here. Tony the Trucker says, yes, Pete, your musical guests are outstanding and would love to see them live. It is totally worth it, Tony. They are uber talented. John Murray from Madison in the 608 says, evening, gents. Great show as usual. Chocolate ice cream beats all for me. I like the versatility of sour cream, too, like the nice lady you spoke to earlier. Thank you, John. Good to hear from you, buddy. John's better half, Melissa, says, cream puffs with an exclamation point. Nobody said cream puffs. That's a great one.
I don't really even like cream puffs.
Are you trying to start a fight with Melissa? I don't think that's really fair. Jim from Appleton says, Pete, I have to go with butter for my favorite dairy. Same, Jim. I knew it. Samesies. It's just so versatile. Without it, you can't make a cake, cookies, pie, or chicken Kiev. Chicken Kiev. That's great. Bridget from the 818 says, plain Greek yogurt. You can add anything to it.
Granola.
Granola, yes.
Mhm.
And fruit. Awesome, Bridget. Thank you. Steve, we already read your dad's. And then we've got Steady Eddie.
Yep.
Yes. And the 608 says, Pete, I dream of ice cream, but butter is better on my baked potato. I don't know. I could see some ice cream on a baked potato. Some Redskins, maybe. We've got some social media text to get to, too. But first, let's take a phone call. We got Ollie?
Yes, we
Is
do.
Ollie with us? Ollie, how are you?
Hi. I have a lot of them that are my favorites.
Lay it on
but
us.
I'll lay it real quick.
Okay.
My very favorite thing in the world is rumagrit, which is a Scandinavian kind of porridge-like thing, but it's really more like gravy. But
Interesting.
it's made with the heavy cream, or it can be sour cream and milk.
Okay.
And then flour, and made like a gravy, and then it's served hot with lots of butter and sugar and cinnamon, and it's delicious.
Wow.
That used to be our end of the month thing when Mom and Dad ran out of money in groceries. We almost always had milk, so Mom would make that.
What
So
a great
that's
memory.
favorite.
That's cool. I've never heard of that before. That's great, Ollie.
Yeah, you'll have to try it. I think they serve that at what's that Norwegian place? I can't think of a restaurant. Norske Nook.
Oh,
I think
okay.
they serve rumagrit at Norske Nook.
Nurmagrit. Okay.
Also, I think I was going to say some butter and blue cheese on a hard roll.
Ooh, that's interesting.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
We got that when we lived in Paris. And
oh, wow.
the last thing I'll say is cream cheese, because you can do so many things with cream cheese. Make cheesecake, or Mom used to make we still do make a cheese like dip where it's actually just cream cheese and green olives, and then you soften it with a little bit of the olive juice and serve that in celery, stuffed celery.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah,
or
sure.
a cream cheese ball, too.
There you go. It also is not bad on the occasional sandwich cream cheese can work on. That's
And you know what?
yeah.
It's actually not bad on your finger, because that's what my sister and her kids call it, finger food.
Just make sure they wash their hands first.
Yeah.
Ollie, thank you so much. Have a great night. Thanks as always.
Okay.
All right.
Good enough. Bye-bye.
That's hilarious. Nobody said sour or cream cheese. That's the first cream cheese we got tonight.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's not really cheese, though, is it?
There's got to be cheese in there. There's definitely dairy.
I don't know. Yeah.
And if it's old milk, it's cheese. Rich Lacasio, our pal from from WRJN, and my favorite wrestling announcer, says Breyer's Carb Smart Chocolate Peanut Butter Ice Cream. Locally, I will certainly indulge in some Wisconsin squeaky cheese curds. Yum, all in caps. Thank you, Rich. Great stuff. Amanda Nimmer from here at WGBW, one of the producers of Night Light, we just found out, and our social media guru, says the clear answer is cheese. Specifically, Conrad, help me, Belgioioso.
That
she spelled that right?
I don't know.
Here's how I'll say it. Specifically, gold cheese. Thank you, Amanda. Mike Desatel says, ice cream. You want to fight about it? I most certainly do not, Mike. And I agree with you. I can't believe I didn't say ice cream.
Ice cream's so good. I'm surprised I didn't either. But chocolate milk, it's just,
Pour a little chocolate milk in your ice cream.
That's true.
Trig Rude from Marinette, representing Mike and Trig, both from Marinette. Trig says, Pleasant Ridge Reserve Cheese from Upland Cheese in Dodgeville, Wisconsin. Wow. Great answers, everybody. Thanks so much for participating in tonight's Nightlight question of the night. We will be back tomorrow night, right?
At 5.
At 5.
At 5.
An hour early. We'll cover some local stuff, too, in that first hour before we delve into the entertainment stuff. Although Frank Hermans will be here, and he is a force. He'll be here at 5:35.
I think we got to stretch out tomorrow.
We'll stretch out, definitely. Frank will be here performing live. Ellie Bordeaux from Up North News. Love Up North News. And Madison Film Critic, one of our favorites, Rob Thomas, will be here to talk movies. That's tomorrow night on another 3-hour edition of Nightlight. Great to have you with me tonight, folks. Thanks so much. On behalf of the lovable producer Conrad, I'm Pete Schwaba saying good night, Wisconsin.
I don't know. I doubt it. Subterranean by design. I wonder what I would find if I met you. Let my eyes caress you until I meet the thought of Mrs. Princess who often wonder what makes her work. I guess I'll leave that question to the experts. Assuming that there are some out there, they're probably alone, solitaire. I can remember when I caught up with a pastime intimate friend. She said, but you're probably gonna say I look lovely, but you probably don't think